going to be a fantastic weekend. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. EU was so exciting. I mean, Sky and Scroll getting 2 victory royales is definitely something that I think some people expected, but still always a delight to see. But like you were saying, Zeke, building this major one has started, honestly, since the end of Global Championships last year when we found out that it was going to be a duos competition. Once again, everyone was wondering, well, who's the best duo in North American Central? And we're going to figure that out today, Vivid.
Yeah, the last time we talked about it, last week, and the last time we were here online for an FNCS, it was like 200 plus days. It's been so long, and then all of a sudden we jam all this Fortnite into one single week. 3 heats last weekend, right, with LCL in there as well.
Oh, I was muted the whole time, bro. Are you kidding me?
This is what everybody talks about when they think about these Fortnite majors. Who's going to win? Who's going to take it home? Who's going to qualify to a lane event? So much.
Let's get Salo. Let's go Matrix.
That's right, man. Let's get into it. Ryan, what are we playing for? What are we doing here? Well, first, we have a little graphic lined up. Talk about the prize money on the line. So just for making it here, every duel will walk away with something.
$100,000.
Not only earning the Axe of Champions, coming first place, we're also walking away with $100,000.
Wait, is this like?
Oh, and don't forget
grand finals. Like, wait, but this is major
star.
one. Wait,
everyone wants to get the gold star, so we got 2 players walking away with those as well. But yeah, the money, the Axe of Champions going to Dusseldorf. Yeah, those are all great as well. But Vivid, I think that the more that we develop North American Central, I feel like the less it is about the money, and it is more just about the pride, the ego, the status between these players that we've seen develop for years
trio
now.
console cash
I mean, it's all about the star, Kelly. You gotta add one of those accolades to your reputation. That is exactly what it's all about. And NA, it's been so close over the past couple of years. I'm excited to see who's gonna be the one. Go ahead and take home a trophy.
3 days is a click.
The new
oh my gosh, I might have to play in that.
Title you can earn in Fortnite in general is the Kelly Star. Crazy stuff. Yeah. We also can't forget the top 13 will move on to the Summit, which is crazy. Qualification and Global Championship early through that.
All right, give me a second. I'm just looking at
know what else to say about that. More on that later. For now, let's talk about the format. Something interesting that we've seen, Kelly.
So it's a yearly event. It is. I have a question.
Is this
from elimination like once a year?
Yeah,
it's like.
So
what's happening? Yo, what's good, Jess?
I feel like we're kind of saying, hey, if you're trying to be a Slayer, you're trying to get aggressive.
Oh Jesus, sorry.
You might be rewarded for that.
What's good, Jesus?
Yeah, with those points going up 25% to 4,
does
it's
it
going to be
sound good?
Incredibly like different. We haven't seen a Div Cup Finals set lobby in quite a while. So we have either the performance evaluation, we have heats, we have last chance lobby. So we haven't
like
really seen a set lobby in quite some time for that mindset, that aggressive mindset that definitely rewards some of the duos that we're going to be seeing here today. So although it is only a single point difference, Vivid, that one point is going to make a huge difference in our lobbies.
Yeah, absolutely. The format specifically may be more rewarding in terms of how many points you are going to be able to get.
But
this is a grand finals lobby. Those points are not going to be any easier to get, even though it may be worth more. It's always scary to see any of these teams kind of play aggressive because no matter who you're going against a grand finals qualifying team.
Yeah, that's what
I forgot where everything is.
Right? You suddenly jump into someone's box and you're like, oh,
shut up, bro.
Hello, you are equally as good as I am.
Got victory royale, nice.
50-50, hope I win. Crazy stuff. Can't wait to see that. Let's take a look at some of the session summary for finals. So we've actually been doing this during the LCL to kind of.
Wait, what is this even looking at? Oh, we got like 20 minutes. I'm gonna play a couple games. I might keep. There we go. Solo your bum. Surge, be quiet, bro. I'm gonna keep the thing on the screen so I know when stuff starts. Okay, why do I have no sound? Okay, I have sound. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Alright, let's just, you know what, let's do some box fight. Can I add you? Probably not today, but if we reach, hey, we're on a goal right now. We're at 900 something. If we get to 1,000, I'm gonna start doing customs with people. So if we can get to 1,000, we can do customs, just with anybody. Thanks, all you just made mine. Oh, jeez. What if I just go in game chat and just start yelling out, who's ready for grants? I don't even know how everything looks. Whoa, hang on. Everything looks fine to me. I'm just gonna keep the screen and stuff like that, though. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, the emo. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm in. Oh. Hey, I'm in your game. What? On God. Say on God. I'll say on God.
Now that is elite.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not in my game. I don't think. I don't think. I'm a default. Oh, I'll have to look at it. I love how no one blocks their top. It's hilarious and no one does. Dude. Yeah, get out, buddy. You're not even on. Oh wait, maybe you are. You're on peace control. You're on peace control. And box, not box. Well, it's kind of like box fights, but I don't know about box fight. Hello. I'm just gonna spray in your box. If you don't mind. There's no way it didn't
Never let your
shoot.
enemy dictate the fight.
And I was just glitching. I'm on. You're really good at this. Thank you, God Sports. I try my best to keep a decent skill, I'd say. I'm definitely not winning. You really just used that? Ooh. Nice little 200.
Effortless, as it should be.
Nice little 200 pump. Godspeed. If you are still here though, bud. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, so if you can get us to 1,000, we can do customs. So I'm gonna be doing customs with a lot of people.
Another victory.
You go to church? I do go to
I've
church.
got my eye on you.
I do go to church, but we're on our way to 1,000. So if you wanna help, like we're trying to get to 1,000 so we can do customs. Hello.
Stay in the fight.
I'm at 4? How? I've lost this already. Awesome, I know, right? I've already lost this game.
Total domination.
How much time do I have left? What? Solo is a Lutheran? On your top. Don't go that way. Ooh.
You're on a run.
Yeah, I'm on 8. Yeah, I'm on a run. I've had a thought if I want to switch to zero build or not. My aim is crazy because like at least I can keep like something decent at the game, which is my aim. So I'm really tempted to switch to zero build.
Flawless.
And I've thought about it. Surge don't want me to because I've already switched it before. We got 11 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no way I lose to this guy. Oh my gosh.
Enjoy your winning streak.
I will be. I just don't know if I want to switch to zero build or not. Like, I am crazy at aim. You obviously read my question wrong. I'm trying to lock in here, man. That's not your wall, by the way. There's no way.
The elite is to master the art of
Oh my
battle.
gosh, there's no way I just lost that. Who's the one at first? I want to try to find him. I want to try to find him. Can I go against first place? First place is not good. I've actually beat first place. What am I doing? This is first place? I'm going first place. We're going against first place. Watch, he's gonna come on this side. I'm gonna jump, hit this, jump right here. Come around, turn, hit a 150, full box, double edit. Fake him out. There's no way I hit him for that much. And then we reload. Well, kind of everything though. Because, like, I've played builds for so long, I switched to reload, or not reload, but I switched to zero build because, like, I also had a couple buddies that only played zero build, and it kind of just got me in the habit of it, but, I don't talk to them anymore, because they moved, and, like, IRL, I don't talk to them. No, like, okay. Like, permanently switching to zero build, like quit playing build. Like no more build at all. Like if I play the game, like reload or something, yo, it's got a Harper. Like if I play the game or something, like Battle Royale, reload, anything like that, it'll be 0 build, is what I'm saying. Did you read my question? You ask a lot of questions. Been a minute? Been a minute, what do you mean? Why's my FPS terrible? I'm not on 200. I also do have a couple tabs open. Has that been your life? Oh, okay, gotcha. How many tabs do I have open? There's 2. I don't know why I marked. Wow, my FPS right now is terrible. I have 80 FPS. Those purple laser guns, you know? Purple laser guns. Like, I'm so confused. Why am I 80 FPS? I'm barely making it to 100. Every time I keep accidentally blowing myself up. Oh, these. Oh. I don't do that, but should I try 140? 144? What is going on? Like, why is my FPS terrible? It just depends on how you use them, though, too. Oh yeah, I'm in 0 build. Gosh dang it. Ooh, Boombo. Buy that. I can't buy anything. What happened to all my gold and stuff? Or my like, I don't know. This is really embarrassing. Ooh. I don't know. Probably because of that state. What state? What are you talking about? No, my FPS don't matter about my state. It's just my ping what matters with the state. Like, I'm not in Texas, so my ping's not going to be 0. I'm normally 50 and under. Well, mainly 40. Like, I'm hard 42 right now. Hard 42, 41. Your state? Well, yes and no. I've been there before. Well, that's not... My state's not going to bother my FPS, though. Finally, you added UI? What? What are you talking about, bro? I've had UI. Oh my gosh, my aim. I'm blanking this guy, that's what it is. I've had UI. Or just spams it. Spams what? I don't know who to go after. Oh, wow, that's fun. I'm just that good, bro. I'm telling you. Kidding. I mean, you added the health bar? Oh, yeah. Health and the inventory. Looks way better. Looks way better. Bete. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you forgot the R, man. Oh crap. Here you are. Yeah. Why are you not hopping on, bro? There's no freaking way, bro. I need to hit more shots more. Nice spelling, Caden. Yeah, kid. Nice spelling. Yeah, nice spelling, man. Bro can't spell right. Like, imagine. Just kidding. I'll get on right now. Call Discord. Other. I got grands to watch, bro. I actually don't know when they start, so. Ugh. Where's my Discord gonna pop up? Why is it not? Okay, hang on. Where you told me to get on? That was yesterday, bro. I'm gonna watch grands today.
Yo.
Yo.
How's it going, dude?
Not too shabby. How about you?
Oh shit, I got an update. It's gonna take like 4 minutes.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, 17 gig. Get off it.
17 what?
17 gigs for this download. Only take 5 minutes.
No, I was gonna watch grands.
Well,
So
what is
you
that?
just told him to get on? Fortnite grands. I don't know, just something to stream. Like tournaments and stuff.
Fortnite Grands. Oh.
Grand finals.
Oh.
Yeah, just something to stream, I guess. Nah, bro, I got Fortnite dad in my chat. He even subbed to me, bro. Why is
That's so
Surge?
crazy, dude.
Why is Surge? I'll be back in a minute. Bro. He came in my
Bro,
chat.
how
He's
did-
like, "What's good?" And I'm like, "Yo, what's good, Fortnite dad?" And then I realized, yeah,
Yeah, you're like, wait, Fortnite dad. Yeah, what's the short?
yeah. And
Yo,
he,
how did you go up so many subs? You went up to like
I don't,
907. I swear you were just at like 898.
yeah, bro, I went up a lot.
Oh, you played the trees game?
I did, bro. That game is hilarious and it's raging. I'm gonna play it when it fully releases, but that was just a demo. It's going around on YouTube.
That's only the demo?
Yeah, and it's going around on YouTube. That's why I did it. You know what, bro? What's this freaking channel? Yeah, 907, bro.
Yo.
Is it this? Okay, that is definitely not. Hey. Yeah, I
Top hat
didn't
got taken?
expect him to actually come in the chat though. That's my thing. Like a stream. Me.
That tree ripped your top hat.
Yeah.
You guys seen him?
Yo.
Yo.
I never reacted to this.
What was that?
I want to
Dude, that
react
shit
to
is
it.
You guys
so
seen
funny.
him?
We react to what?
Oh my god, Skip, bro.
A video that you told me to react to
no,
on live.
that's just a picture.
No, it's not a picture.
Since I'm
Wait.
basically watching
Oh,
a ton of stuff today.
Oh, okay, or that. Wait, which one?
You're one on the new
nails?
channel.
Tell her that her nails are
The
stinky.
long video?
Whoa.
Yeah,
9
yeah,
out of
yeah,
10.
Guess who did it?
Oh yeah. Who did it?
Me.
That's awesome.
No, actually, she did them. Come here. This.
You're not subbed.
My
Oh, I'm
sister
not?
did it.
Yo, spin that.
My bad.
Spin
I
that.
thought I was.
Spin the globe.
117 views is not bad.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Spin the globe.
He heard it. Okay, we're good. We're in the game. We're in the game. We're in the game.
Playing a game?
I told him to call me mommy, and he called me mommy, and I told him that he was a good boy. What was that?
Dude, today we're recording. I guess I could say it on your chat because there's not many people.
Yeah, fuck you, bro.
No, I'm just saying that we're gonna record like a one where we can't laugh.
Oh,
And if
jeez.
you laugh the most, then you lose, and I'm actually fucked.
I'm tempted to see if I can actually get a hold of Fortnite Dad, see if he wants to run some stuff. I'm kind of down to it. I mean, hey, it's an opportunity.
I mean, I wish you luck, bro, but like that's crazy.
Who was I playing with? Surge. He was telling me, he's like, why aren't... No, it was Flux. He told me to go live, and it was like 9 or 10 o'clock. He wasn't even live, too.
Wait, Flux told you to go live?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, Flux, I appreciate you, bro.
Yo.
I replied to his comment. I said, you down to collab?
25 subs is crazy. We're on the road to 50.
Yeah, I need to start posting shorts.
Dude, I'm just been shitting them out, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they just come and go. You should watch this. React to the short on the stream. I want to see that.
I haven't even reacted. All right, then.
Wait, can you screen share so I can see it live?
Well, you're seeing it
It's
live, too.
No, it's like 40 seconds late, bro. Please.
I don't feel like in stream snipes. Sailor's over here trying to stream snipe. She's like, oh, I'm in your game. And I'm like, really?
Yo, no, I'm saying screen share to Discord, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, idiot.
Thank you.
Which one?
Fucking idiot.
Keep
Oh,
it
it's
on.
gray.
Keep
Okay.
it on.
Yeah.
You want to see my dog?
Post that one today.
You want to see my dog? Fuck.
Jeez.
You want to see my dog?
Dude, they hate your dog.
What's her name?
Betsy.
One more time.
Betsy.
Evan?
Dog.
What's the name of the dog?
Betsy.
Betsy.
Yeah.
Betsy.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Say the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
The itsy bitsy.
Yeah.
Keep it on, Evan. Keep it on.
Dude,
You
I'm
wanna see
actually
my-
fucked,
Yo.
bro. If we do a try not to laugh,
Yeah, you're screwed, bro.
What was that?
We did, me and you.
that's from
no,
the.
that's just
the
a
long form.
picture.
No, it's not a picture. Wave. Oh, okay, or that.
Yo, can you guys hear my nails?
9 out of 10.
Guess who did it?
Nah,
Who did
5.
it?
Me.
That's awesome.
No, actually, she did them. Come here. This my sister. My sister did it.
Yo.
Yo.
Nah, she into you, bro.
That's the virtual camera.
Yo.
That's good. You want to see what I can do? Watch this.
Yep.
I can turn it off and back on. Should I add a fake skip?
You should add a fake skip and then a fucking jump scare.
Dude, I got... Yo, hang on. I gotta find it.
Oh, jeez, I've
found
already
it,
watched
I
this
found it,
one,
I found it,
bro.
guys. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Dude, where's all your hair?
That is a good question. What? What
It's under the
happened
hat,
here,
bro. It's
bro?
under the hat.
Don't
It's under
do
the
that,
hat,
bro.
bro. I don't. This was like December, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Don't put it under the hat, bro.
I haven't done that
Dude,
since.
Dude, I don't know.
How's the virtual camera?
I'm gonna play some
That's good.
beach
You wanna see
volleyball
what
with
I
some
can do?
people. I'm so excited. Yo,
I
nice.
can turn it off.
Yeah, don't.
I won't, bro. I won't.
I showed that on stream. I think it actually ended and it shows like the thumbnail. It's just you.
I know. Yes, I saw that. I was like, dude.
I didn't expect it to do that. I didn't even put a thumbnail. Generated.
Dude, I have
Jeez,
an
bro.
idea for a stream. I think one day I should like buy a bunch of CS crates and then open them on stream.
Oh, jeez. How
'Cause
great
I
I'm
have like
looking.
$100 in Steam Wallet because I pulled a knife.
Oh dang.
Pulled like a fucking like it was like a Bowie knife for like $150. I sold it for $115.
Dang.
Exchange there. They're gonna be content with that.
Yeah, I know some people like watching Grants, so I was like, ah, screw it. I'll stream it. And plus, I'll watch it too. Come on, clicks. No. We're still trying in 2026. to get an FNCS win. That's crazy.
Clicks?
Yeah.
Yo.
Taylor said, "Caden, you pulled a knife."
No. Damn it. From a crate. It was like a pole. Yo, I gotta mute your stream. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on. Oh yeah, I have the sound on. My bad. Let's talk about. How do I?
Talk about what?
Hang on.
Yo, this is the Balloons tower defense, bro. What the hell?
Look at my. Are you looking at?
Yeah, what is it?
Let's talk about this. Ah, crap.
Give me the food. Shut the hell up.
Not the rest. Let's talk about this.
That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped. That's not a voice crack.
Food,
I gave you the food. Shut the hell up.
Let's talk about.
That's not a voice crack. I was going high voice. Did you watch the next one? The one above that is
This
me
one.
too.
Oh wait.
Ew.
You stupid idiot! Mushroom Kingdom!
Ew.
I know.
Go!
You stupid idiot! Mushroom Kingdom!
Oh my god. Yeah, I told
Oh my gosh.
I told him I was like, we gotta play this game. It's the airport security sucks.
Wait, show me.
I told. Okay, wait. I gotta close this. Close that.
I'm in
'cause I got-
Fortnite, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. Let me pull Steam up real quick. Yeah, bro, it hasn't even been playing. I don't know if I want to show that. Yep, it'll be okay. All right. So this, I don't know which stream you're watching. Probably YouTube. I told him about it, and he said, "All right, I'm down." And then I said, "Do we have any other people to play?" And he goes, "I have no idea." And I said, "We could try to get you." Zonex.
Let me look.
It's on YouTube, like it's around YouTube too.
Airport security sucks. Are we gonna play the actual game or? Oh no, it's not even.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, some of these game like demos are actually good and hilarious. Well, this one is. The tree's raging.
Oh my god, I'm already getting invited. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it's not right to do this. Like, absolutely do keep doing this, but it is so weird to me to hear Colton referred to as Zonex. It's such a
Oh.
it's still like
I
unfamiliar.
don't know. I have the Discord messages pulled up, and I just looked at the name, and I was like, ah, this person.
Yeah, no, yeah, like keep calling him that for sure because
Oh, yeah.
that's his alias. Like that's how people will know him on the internet.
Yo, Pico
it's
said
just really
W
funny.
stream.
Because I met him in middle school. And like he's been one of my friends in school, and then I hear him referred to as Zonex. It's just so funny. Anyway, let's run some.
All right, let
I'm
me
playing
get
Skip.
OBS and everything back up. All right, Caden, now I feel
playing
stupid.
Skip
You
a
should
while.
have just added a pet thing on your Discord. What?
Wait, why?
I don't know. Are we playing builders or build? Yeah, I told him about it. He's down to play, but I told him we could see if we get you and I don't know if any other one people would play because you can have I think up to like 5 or 6 people.
We could get Poop
Or-
and Fall in there.
Well,
Dude, those guys are funny as
I was
hell.
about to
Were
say-
you in the stream last night?
I was for like a little bit of it. Once you guys started playing, I think like a minute or 2 or 3 minutes into chain together. Yeah, I got off and went to bed. I was tired.
Yeah, for like the last like half of the stream, Sayla can vouch for me. We were literally just sitting in Discord, like, just talking.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
that's
just the
how
4
fun it was.
cameras. Dude, the way, okay, I will say the one guy that he's like, oh, I'm the funny one. The way he said hi and waved because you were announcing their names, you're like, this is this person, this is this person. He like put
Oh,
his
you're talking
hands.
about Evan?
Yeah, well, I think.
Yeah.
Going
He's
with the
white guy.
dog.
Yeah, the one with the dog. Yeah, that's Evan.
Yeah, jeez. Yo,
Evan
what's
is
up,
funny as
Jay
hell.
Parker? Wait, what? Hack card?
Oh my god, yeah. Sailor gave us 99 cents, so we did 10 push-ups.
Can I post you? Probably not. We're gonna... Caden, ready up!
Wait, fuck. Wait, do you want to let the guy in?
Well, I don't know if I'm watching Grants. Or how long are you gonna be on? Unless you want to play that airport scary tonight, if we can. I sent you a friend
I'm not
request.
trying to
I have
play today.
friend request turned off.
I could get the other guys to play it with us, and I could stream it at some point, but
Yeah, I
not
got
tonight because we're recording for Poop and Fall tonight.
Yep, it was fun.
Dude, we're doing... Oh my gosh, we're doing like a Practical Jokers tonight, dude. I'm so excited. I fucking love Practical Jokers. If you want to end your stream to save your performance, you can do that. On Discord, I mean.
What? Oh, am I still... Oh,
Yeah.
stop streaming. I didn't realize I was still... You gotta be kidding me, bro. This kid.
What?
This kid's name is gotta be kidding me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yo, what are we saying?
I don't know. The game's
And what, in
hilarious,
this
bro.
shop?
And I thought about it and I was like, bro, we gotta play this.
Who the hell is this?
Where the hell is who?
Lover Girl Lovey.
By the way, this is Battle
Who's
Royale. I didn't know
who's
if you wanted to...
Lovey?
This is Battle Royale, by the way. I didn't know if you wanted to play Reload or what.
I don't honestly care.
I don't know. I've been just playing the
Yeah,
game.
I can turn on...
Can I send you my username? If we get to 1,000 subs, I'm doing customs, which is coming pretty quick, I'm assuming. I mean, we got to 900 pretty quick. Caden, can I take you serious when you say that name?
Wait, what name?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Oh, Poop and Fall?
Sayla keeps thinking I
It's funny.
blocked her or something.
What'd you say?
Sayla keeps thinking I blocked her on Fortnite. I'm about to start blocking people, bro. No, I didn't, but I'm about to start blocking people, bro. Every time I get on, I'm not even streaming or nothing. Oh, invite. Like, no offense. I mean, I lose subs.
As soon as I started the game, I got an invite.
Yeah.
So fucking annoying.
And it's the same people, though.
It's like we got what we paid for, I guess.
And we added them. Don't invite me. And then I'm gonna invite you, like, every time you get on.
Like, nah, bro, don't worry, I won't. The kid that I played with, that one custom, and I was like, just make sure you don't add me, okay? He was probably the one who spammed me the most.
Yeah, get coned, buddy.
So ass, by the way.
What's all up? Me too. Dude, I can't get out of silver lobbies in Battle Royale.
Why are we driving towards the top of the map? Fuck the stupid ass supply drops and just drive forward, bro.
I said that once as a joke. Oh. My bad. But no, bro, I'm that bad at the game, I can't get out of silver lobbies in Battle Royale.
Yo, silver?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I have been focusing on
are fucking
content.
annoying.
Well, I mean, I've been focusing more on content. I mean, heck, look at my content right now. Are we
Bro,
landing down here?
look at
I'm
mine.
Yeah, but like, we're going crazy with content.
I'm gonna grab this royal chest right here.
I'm blowing up
Oh
on
my gosh,
content
shoot.
right now. But, like, I don't have time to grind. And then Surge just wanted me, he's like, no, bro, like, get back in the grind. Like, I respect the content, but get back in the grind. I'm like, no.
But the
It's not,
content is the grind.
it's not, well, yeah. He's even in, like, the Fortnite grind and tournaments and all that. I'm like,
Oh
bro,
yeah, fuck
no.
Fortnite, bro.
There's no
Bro,
point.
we are not playing tournaments. I think
No.
you misunderstood. We are not
Yeah.
playing tournaments, bro.
But she
I'm
did, he
trying to
was,
get... If I get heavy into the game, I'm gonna get pissed off at it, and if I get pissed off at it, then I'm gonna just quit, and then I'll just lose all of that. So I
that's
have no interest in.
just the thing is, there's no point in trying in this game anymore. Like, it's a waste
I
of
have
time.
no interest in becoming a.
Yeah. I had
grand
my time, and I tried, and I did well until I went back to content. What level are you guys? I'm level... I don't know.
If you ask me what
170.
level I am, I will tell you I have no idea.
Click, you're in controller. I don't know what your button is. Click like if you're gonna leave. Click like if you were gonna leave the game. And then it should pop up in the middle. Ooh, shotgun.
Oh, just options.
Yeah, close to that, I guess. I don't know. I pressed escape. Yours doesn't like that.
Shit.
But I have been trying to. Are you guys not gonna do Minecraft anymore? I don't know. I have. My
me.
Fortnite content's going crazy, so I've been posting Fortnite. playing Fortnite. And
yeah, I'm just getting rushed by team.
Alright, I got you. That's my bad. I sold there.
You're good. Good, bro. You're good. You got it. Watch out
No,
for that
I'm
guy
not
over there.
good.
Coming to you. On ground. Watch out. On your top. Nice. He's going up. He's in the box. Going up and around. Oh, he's running. The kid just ran.
I've cracked him a lot.
If you want to take it.
Yep. I'm gonna
res
res you first.
You can use that. You can use that big after you res me.
Yeah, my Fortnite
Appreciate it,
content's been
appreciate it.
blowing up though.
Also, Sailor, I do plan on doing Minecraft.
I have not been doing Minecraft.
Get him.
Fuck. I'm not
Wait,
gonna be able
I'm
to.
in the middle of editing my.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Video.
Cracked one. One shot right there.
Taking a chug jug. Hang on. I have a shotgun. I have a revolver.
Dead one.
Which is not the same. Get the kid out of the car. His windows are broken.
I will say I've had a thought to switch to zero, but if I do, are you down for that? Because I'm tired of sweat, bro.
Switch to zero build.
I'm tired of
I'd have
sweat.
to-
That's my thing. I'm just tired of the sweats, and I just want to casually play the game now. And do content. I mean, I'll probably switch back and forth, but like I want to try zero build and stuff too.
Let's get this kid, bro.
Maybe.
It's a
I
little
got a zip.
Do it. I cannot take this tomb so hard bad seriously, bro.
Oh, you still have that, bro? Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's tough.
Right here. Nice.
6-3.
Dang.
Oh my god, what a shot.
Oh my gosh, this guy had exotic stuff, bro. Here. Take that.
The hell is that?
I don't know. I think it's good. I don't
It's a
think it's
revolver.
like Caden Zola. Good luck and head. I have to head
Oh,
out.
it's a
then?
shotgun.
Alright. I appreciate you. Cheers.
It's
I
a
thought-
shotgun.
I thought it was
dude.
like a revolver or something. It looked like it.
Yeah, it's a revolver, but
You want to race?
it's got a spread.
Hey, you want to race?
Race?
Come on,
In
get
what?
your
Oh,
get
yeah,
in
yeah.
your car.
Hang on.
We gotta wait till
Is
the
there-
thing
is there like
goes. Trashy car, bro. Yeah.
Ran out of boost.
Let's go. First place.
What? Oh, let's go. Fuck, I was gonna take it. Do it again.
Yeah.
Like my Hellcat.
Not bad. I like my Porsche better. I gotta go on Rocket League
You
and
have a
transfer
Porsche, you
it.
have a fucking Oculus or whatever that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I haven't
Oculus.
changed it
Whatever that
yet.
shit's called.
What weapons can I buy? Absolutely nothing.
You have a Porsche? Oh yeah, I forgot from the video.
Well, no. I have one in Rocket League. I think it's a.
Or no, you have the Lambos.
Oh yeah,
Right?
dude. I wish you kept that Lambo short, bro. The one where you made it was me, you, and Plushie.
Fuck. I.
Bro, you should have kept that,
Damn, I
bro. That
kinda
was.
wanna look back at
That's what I'm saying. You should have kept it. That was awesome.
Here, I'll look for it while you try.
I did.
Bet you I can find it.
No, bro. I don't want to. Wait. I don't want to hear our voices, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, your voice.
No,
oh my gosh.
bro.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Bro, I've changed a
Lambo
lot.
Squad, I fucking found it.
Bro, I've changed. I'll say this: we've changed a lot, though, bro. I have the squeakiest fucking voice, bro. I'm gonna key these kids while you look for more stuff.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We're
No,
fighting!
I'm keying
Oh my
him.
god!
I'm keying him. I got him. It's the bot, kid. Okay, my aim sucks. I'm
Dude, that
sorry.
scared the hell out of me.
I'm sorry. My aim sucks. we
Little
might have would have.
pigeon.
We
Just
might have died.
Just a little pigeon, you know.
Yep.
Oh fuck. Go.
Dang.
Dumbass kid.
And I'm 80.
I have an exotic shotgun revolver.
I have an exotic OXR rifle.
I found it. It's like blasting out fucking Mr. Blue Sky though.
Blasting.
So I don't think you can.
Because I know you were. The only part I remember is something the Lambos and my old name. I don't remember which one. Spent his 3,000 V-Bucks for all to get all of us Lambos.
Yeah, that's exactly.
the
How did
only
you
part I
remember
remember. I don't know, but I just thinking about it now. That's the only part I remember.
I did not remember
I'm
that. I was just
surprised I
watching it.
remember that.
The only I remembered it because I heard it,
but I only remember because I wrote it down.
You
I remember
wrote
that
it?
day because I was like writing the script.
Bro, I had to
written
rehearse
somewhere, I
it
bet
like
you.
perfectly.
I did, bro. I sounded like Mr. Beast.
Bro, I'm telling you, getting an intro, like, I won't blame you. Getting an intro, like, perfect how you want it is difficult.
Yeah, have you seen my intro for the terracotta video?
No.
I made that shit perfect. I'll show
Why
you.
does it say our... Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna do... Well, since I was saying... Because I was gonna do, like... I don't grind the game or anything, so I was gonna, like, do a Fortnite video, like, trying strategies in, like, Fortnite to see if I can rank up. But I'm in silver, and I can't have silver. So I was like, dude, I can't... Ooh, I about went off the edge. So I can't do the video because I'm in silver. I'm gonna need, like, platinum or diamond to make it actually good.
Help. Zolo, help me.
What is going on?
Jump.
Oh my gosh. Help me.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Whoa. Yo!
Are there any people? Ooh, I about walked off the edge. I don't see anybody, man. I don't know about you. There's a launch pad up here, by the way.
There. Oh, that's great.
Hey, look out from above. Oh, I think... did you get him?
Dude, you could have killed that kid.
Did you did you get him? What is going on down there?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's a launch pad up here, by the way. What'd you get?
Shit.
Oh, a pistol?
Got a fucking purple pistol.
I think those are crazy. Last time I knew.
There's a purple twin mag down here.
I hit launch pad. I'm good. Car?
Yeah, taking this. If you want to take that revolver, you can.
Nah. I think probably
Sun
cheeks,
is
bro.
shining in the sky.
And flying.
Cloud inside.
Hey, copyright.
That's what about it. What?
I was gonna yell, hey, copyright.
Yo. Dude, there's probably a clip somewhere of me telling my cousin not to sing a song because of copyright, because I didn't know what it actually was.
I don't know. I will say though, I want to try to like collab with more people, like reach out to other streamers and stuff. I want to do. I want to get out of Fortnite though, but like I mean, Fortnite is popular and blowing up. Holy shit, my ping. All right, but I want to get out of Fortnite. That's why I'm wanting other games. That's why
I'm hitting Omegle.
Well, that's why I offered the security with it on YouTube going crazy, and then it's hilarious. Yeah.
You gotta be careful collabing, dude. Some people on the internet, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna be
half
like,
the time they don't know
let
what
me
the hell they're. I'll tell you right now, half the time they don't know what the hell they're doing in content-wise.
That used to be
And half the
us.
time they're just weird as shit. And like, if you're involved with that, like, you're like, you need to get the hell out. You know?
That used to be us. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Like, not even just that. Like, some people got some like weird shit going on. Like, you gotta like research these people, bro.
Yeah,
if they don't have very much to their name.
Yeah,
then
some of them might
don't
not even do much. Our rivals over there. Like, some might even do much, and they'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna cancel you now since you're not doing this.
Mm-hmm. I can see.
Hello. Oh, 130? Full piece? Oh.
64.
I did not even piece him again. He's dead. Oh.
Lobby's ass. Where are the kids?
Just gotta think, we're in my lobbies. I have not played in a little while.
We're probably in my lobbies, right? You've been playing more than me.
Dude, I'm party leader.
No, it averages.
Oh,
Doesn't do
averages?
just the party
I'm about to
leader.
say, you want to be party leader?
No, or actually maybe.
There's Chug Chug up here. There's Good Gun up here, too.
Well, my Fortnite isn't very forgiving with giving me lobbies, so I'm kind of surprised. Like, whenever I took that long-ass break and then started playing again, and
yeah,
then,
that kind of...
you, like, I was getting hella crazy lobbies, like, as soon as I came back. I was like, what the fuck?
My bad. Dude, there's a... I'm not going this way. If you want to do that, you can. You can look.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
You know what? I'm just gonna snipe him.
Unless you want to shoot from 5. Well, yeah, that works too.
Wait, look, this guy's in the box. 64. I'm crazy.
Okay, watch out. There's a guy
Lagging.
behind you.
You're an asshole. Dude, they're gonna see me, bro. I sniped one.
Oh. See one?
Look, running back there. Yo, he's
Oh, this gun
lagging.
sucks.
He's lagging so hard.
Yeah.
I thought I was lagging.
I feel like someone's in this car. You see this car over here?
Oh wait, no. Oh, the car.
Yeah, blow the car. Blow the car. This is revolvers.
Wait, watch right there. Watch right there.
Where's there? Oh. Remove marker, please, and thank you.
Look, you see him moving?
Yep, I do.
They're moving in the build fight. Fuck, I
Don't
almost-
shoot if you can't get a clear shot, man.
I had a clear shot. I just missed.
I don't.
It was more
see-
pre-fire than. Wait, is that in zone? No, it's in zone.
What's in zone?
Chill.
What? What?
Their build fight.
I'm
is
looking
in
at
zone.
circles now. Okay.
Yo, move that shit. Yo.
Ah, that's nothing. Okay. Okay.
Oh, did you see him pass by?
You wanna go get him?
No, let's just get on this hill over here.
I bet.
I just want to snipe him. Oh, I only have 11 shots left.
And what?
Sniper.
What does it take? Oh, sniper. Oh, 11. Here, just take half.
Thank you.
Welcome, man. I'm gonna have my shockwaves out just in case.
They may come from here or the other side. One of those.
They're
Tell
both
me
healing
this.
right here. Both healing right here.
I'm coming.
But there is
Somebody
also
shooting you?
another team right there. Both markers have people on them. Just stay crouched so they can't see you. Unless we get third.
What if they just get shut out just like for no reason?
Yo, guys right here in the open. Guy right here in the open. Okay, I do.
There's no way.
I should have warmed up or something.
But shocking.
Yeah, what, huh? What'd you say?
On us.
Yo, this guy is full sweating, bro. I don't know if I want to do this now. This guy
Oh, we
just
got
hit
it, we got
like
it.
2 triple edits in a row, bro. Like, oh my gosh, look at this dude, bro.
It's all good, bro. We got it.
And we don't.
We got it. Just spray
Dude,
in. They can't do shit.
100?
Practice, kid. One HP on Sabrina, bro, and all my shit was I need a reload, bro.
Dude, die! Oh my god!
They died. This person died. What a
Shocking you.
loser.
Stupid. These guys just fall out. Oh my.
That's all good. At least we finish him.
We got third place.
That place ain't bad. I had 8 kills.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many kills I had.
Some light.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Lock it up. But you know what we can never do?
300 views. What? Oh, my bad.
1v1 me.
Hell no. 1v1 invite. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, let's. This is basically box.
Arena's
It's basically
box fights.
yeah. It's basically just normal box fights, just with a little different. I don't know.
That's so crazy. They finally added an official box fight mode after all this time.
Yeah, it's finally back.
Yo, for some reason, every time I refresh, it goes down a view. Like, how does that even happen?
I don't know.
How am I getting negative views right now? And then it like goes back up.
Negative. Wait, are you live?
No, I'm talking about every time I refresh my shorts view count.
Oh, what? That's weird. They don't do that to me. My shorts are blowing up. Pretty good, if you ask me.
All eyes are
247.
on you. Fight well.
Dude, the one where the tree blocked me.
Wait, what's happening?
The battle's about to start, buddy. That's what's happening. Versus 7.
I mean, cannot build right now, bro.
Oh shit.
Dude, I'm gonna be so awful. I'm not even gonna be able to hit a peanut butter. I still can't. Let me eat this.
Well, you can edit.
I just fell like 9 stories down.
Where? Why is there such a big area down here? I'm gonna go back up.
Where the hell?
Oh, jeez.
Yo, overtime? What the hell?
Oh,
How did I
God.
miss that, yo?
Yeah, get your chest out of here.
Who the fuck is talking to me right now? Who's Zadie? Get the hell out of here. All right, here. Oh, wait, I can play on keyboard. It's working now.
Oh, wait, what? Dang.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I am. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I am. Ow. Hello.
There's everybody
Goodbye.
else.
Dude, get this
What
bullshit ass out of here, bro. Like, what is this stupid shit?
I don't know why it talks to you. It gets annoying, though. But, yeah, it talks to you.
All right, ready?
Oh, my.
Did you see all that?
Oh, my. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Fuck, I was doing...
Hey,
Oh, I thought you were
you
down
see me?
there.
I'm right here. You
They
walk up.
crumbled.
I thought
Boom.
you were down there.
Dude, that kind of recreates it. Did you see the one shot where the guy was running at the wall and then I showed him what he was doing?
No.
Oh my gosh, you gotta watch that, bro.
Chill, bro, chill.
Oh my gosh, I still got it.
I can't fucking build.
Another victory. I've
You gotta
got
think,
my
we're in
eye on
box fights, buddy.
No, shut up. I'm playing on keyboard, which I literally
And I'm
never
on
play.
controller. What are you talking about?
No, you're not.
Yeah, I suck on controller. Oh crap.
183? Wait, we literally have like a full health. What is this?
Damn it, I fell. Ready, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, fuck this, bro.
That makes 3.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm about to mute this fucking bitch.
it only
That
plays.
was underwhelming. How about shut your dumb ass up?
It only bro. It only talks when. It only talks after.
It always talks whenever I
game,
do
bro.
ass.
Okay. Wow! Wow! Wow!
Oh shit, I was gonna break it.
Uh oh.
A misstep.
I still got it.
Here's a present. Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
Thank you very much. Oh, I will be eating that.
Ready, bro? Ready to get blocked?
Oh shit, you fucking...
Oh my gosh! Aw, that would've been crazy.
Yeah, it would have been if you were good.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, I can't build! I can't!
Did I just block you?
No, I built that.
Peanut butter edit. That's right. That's a solo build, bro. My gun's not reloading. My shotgun's bugged, bro. My shotgun's bugged. It won't reload.
No.
And then
Dude,
there's
I took a
everybody
left-hand
else.
peek.
Bro, my shotgun. It said there it reload, but then when I go
this
to
dumbass bitch
shoot,
you just said enjoy your win streak while it lasts. Like, Like, yo, what are we saying? This is one of the most rage-inducing games. And you add a stupid ass bitch to tell you that you're doing ass while you suck.
That went well.
That was.
What's good, my friend?
That's what she said.
Like. Damn it.
A misstep.
Ugh.
Hey, misstep. Correct
Why do
it.
they
Dude,
give
you
you time to,
cannot.
like, emote, bro? Like, this is how you make people quit the game.
It's also a duel. Unless you're doing... Oh my...
Pull shit out of your boy? Shit, I didn't have that.
Wow, I just messed up the whole clip.
Stop,
Wait,
chill.
you're dumb, aren't you?
Oh, you're dumb. Oh, I missed. Oh
What?
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, bro.
Title of the video: Caden plays the new box fight mode for the first time and rages.
I'm not even raging. What do you... Wait.
Taco.
Where are you?
And yo,
I'm here.
my shotgun's not reloading. No!
To be elite
Yes!
is to master the art
Oh, I
of
took a
battle.
lucky shot.
Bro, my shotgun
it is.
bugged again, bro.
She said, now that is a lead. That's what she said.
Title:
Better now.
Caden rage baits over AI. Or over a female.
Yeah, look, he. It's because it's a girl. If it was a guy, I wouldn't be mad.
Dude,
Oh, I don't know.
134, bro.
La, 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 la.
Just think the comeback's coming. The comeback's coming.
We're at
Oh, 5 to
6
6. Oh, shit.
Now I get on controller. And
Now
I'm gonna
you
lock in.
okay? What the hurdle? Yo, what is going on? I'm hurdling. But yeah, let's just not edit.
Oh shit. Keyboard. I gotta play on keyboard. I'm a keyboard guy now.
Keyboard. I can play a keyboard now.
No, I missed.
Go!
Yo, I didn't mean to place a code.
Elite
Yeah.
play.
Oh my god, she just said never give up. I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna slime
Yeah,
out.
this is
the
what you're gonna
CEO, bro.
slime out. Whoa.
I'm gonna slime out the CEO, dude.
Half a boxed. Ah, you chicken, you
not.
healed up, really?
Yeah, of course I did. It's 6 to 6. Oh hell no. Stop.
It's 6 to 7.
Of course.
Another victory.
You gotta get those. Wait.
Damn, I fucking hate this mode. Yo, my character looks so upset, bro. Fuck this game. What is
So much
this?
aura
bro? This
I
is
have,
so
bro.
ass.
So much aura I have, bro.
Dude, this game mode sucks. This game mode actually sucks.
Got that much aura, bro. Even hit the dance.
Yo.
Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe. Alright, man.
Crazy.
That is crazy. Caden rage baits over a female. Wait, no, wait.
Getting rage baited over the fucking AI. This game sucks, bro.
Caden rage baits over an AI in Fortnite.
Oh, hey, I am low-key gonna hop off though.
Alright, about to say I'm gonna watch some Grands. See how it's doing. Probably
Yeah,
game
I'll see you
2,
later, dude.
3. All right. So yeah, I appreciate
Appreciate you
the
playing.
playing. Yeah, you too. I've lost every tap.
Once we attack, we gotta finish the job.
Oh
It
shit,
looks
I'm
like
still on Discord.
CDZ and Raven do just that. And that's gonna be their first big 8 points earned here in the finals. They can say they've done more than some as far as the finals appearance goes, and let's see if they can keep it up. Meanwhile, Veno and Curve pushing aggressively to finish the battle like we knew they would. They do come out successful.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it for CDZ and Raven. I think in a good way, they've been the biggest refresh and the biggest surprise to competitive this season. And honestly, I hope they continue to show off
going
and show
crazy
out as
with
one
it.
of the
Let's
new
go.
teams. We always talk about the new guard. Well, this is a crucial chance here because we could see a first-time finalist qualify to the Summit LAN. I think it said something about like 78 players are trying to qualify for their first LAN. And if the math just checks out, right, Monster, there are 13 spots up for grabs. That means 26 players will go to the Summit LAN. And if 78 players are trying to go to the first, that means roughly 2 to 4 players, no matter what happens here, will qualify
Where's
for
Higgs,
their
bro?
first LAN in Fortnite.
Where's Higgs?
Exciting
I know he's
times.
alive, but where is he?
The possibility is
Why
definitely
is this
there.
thing still on my
I think
screen?
13 spots is very generous. Very generous. You know, most finals lobbies, when you look at the overall leaderboards,
There we go.
you know, you think like, oh, okay, you can drop a game or two each day and still be up towards the top 10. So that amount of grace and consistency, for sure, a new team can just have their moment here this weekend and see their way straight to the finals. It happens every year. We'll just see if it's going to be Raven and CDZ this time around. Threats and Veer, though, making do with their opportunity right now. Seem to be positioned pretty well. Last game, they were, of course, making it just past that mid-game now. Early game looking relatively decent for Muzz and Sphinx. Great end game showing from their side. Obviously,
Not
a second
bad, not
place,
bad.
nothing to scoff at.
They're
But
second
one
place,
thing's for
dang.
certain, catching storm sickness is one sad way to go out at the end.
Yeah, they're one of the teams that they did deal a good amount of damage overall throughout the course. Muzz in game 1 had the most damage dealt out of every individual player in the game. Just goes to show that they're really
Little
just
one,
kind of
what are you
building
talking
that
about, little
storm
one?
surge cushion. No matter if they're positioned high
I don't
up
know
on
what
a
you
mountain,
talking
not
little
far
one,
away from their
Blico,
drop,
but
or here where you'd think it's kind of disadvantageous to box up next to one of those mountains. They are very, very calculated
Twisted
about how they
Cold
approach
and
each and every one of these
Twisted
zones, whether if
Rapid.
it max pull is far away or kind of goes and turns in their favor. They're ready for whatever comes their way. And this could be another team that's a very, very similar case, especially to start the year. We had Rapid. No matter who he teamed with, it seemed like he could not be stopped. Even in the solo finals competition, Rapid was at the top of the leaderboard.
Dude,
And
you're
Monster,
than me?
let me tell you, when Rapid was reading zones, like he
How old
knew
are
it
you?
was going to go 100%. He was almost never wrong. And now you bring that to duos when you have Cold by your side. So if you have somebody that can lead the charge, open up opportunities for someone like Cold, this could be another one of our big contenders.
How old are you, Blico?
Yeah, Rapid and Cold now on teams Twisted Minds. You know, looking back to Globals, I remember the last organization that he was on, you know, the leadership over there was telling me, like, Monster, keep an eye out on this guy. I'm telling you, Rapid is next up. And look, he's only continued to do better and bigger things now leading into this first major. You know, it doesn't get any bigger than working with one of the best on the region.
Yeah.
Visuals and breaks that.
let's
Talk about
talk about
way to
it. You're
start their
older than
tournament
me.
runoff. You know, this is not a new guard team. This is an experienced duo here that has been playing side by side for quite a few years now, it looks like. And just really nice to see them start this off so strong.
And rightfully so, because you not only throughout the heats, but the last chance qualifier, that high ground, especially in the win in your in type format, was so contested with so many teams. So it's almost like great heads up play for Visuals and Braids. Said, you guys want high ground, you guys can fight for it. We'll control the low ground.
Yeah, I'm older.
Here.
Well, you won't show
Everybody was
proof
fighting
how
for
you're
high
older.
grounds, teams that gave it up, they went
So
down
like,
low,
how do I
were
know if you're
shambles.
actually older? You're not
Visuals and
showing proof
Braids,
if
cool
you're
as a
who's
cucumber.
older.
They made sure
Me or
to
you?
make that game 1 count. And like
Wow,
you
they're
said,
just
you
not showing
can
Peter
slip
Bot and
up on a
Foil
few games,
at
but
all.
it
They might have
really,
died.
really plays an impact on how
Older
you
than you and
play
Kate?
game number 2, whether you're having to go full aggressive to catch up on the points, or just getting to have business as usual if you're on the top of the leaderboard.
Quincy Neko in a bit of a skirmish against Listen there and his duo, but we have to back off, being a little bit more passive. Don't want to get caught too long in the storm here now. You see Aloe and Listen. Not too sure if the opponent's actually backed out of the fight just yet, so keeping that defensive stance. Then you have Reet and Cooper on the other side. Much different scenario here. No one in sight. Opting to kind of live in the storm now before just super padding out here.
I like when you say that, the super pad. The super pad. If you guys don't know, if you guys are tuning in, maybe you missed play-ins, heats, and the last chance qualifier. There are 2 launch pads at the north side of the map, this being one of them. On its own, Monster, it takes you higher and farther than regular launch pads.
You
now
are
you
not
combine
older than me,
that
bro.
with the fizz. Now
32?
you combine that with
Nah,
the shot
that is
grenade.
no.
You see how high you actually go. In some cases, you're out of render
Totally,
distance.
yeah,
Teams
totally.
literally can't even
32
see you
years
to
old.
get those shots, and you're going to show in game number 1, they kind of rotated in early. They used that launch pad. They went towards the south. This time around, they're taking a slower approach, knowing that there's different mountain ranges and edges that they can access.
Yeah, and they only earned 6 points in game 1, so they have a lot of space to make up for. You looked at anyone's kind of lobby list of who's going to perform up towards the top. Reet is surely in that conversation. He's done it before. He did it last year. Let's see if they can pick up the pace now from Major 1. Now, of the few games you can kind of dud out, having
like
one
game 2,
down
dang.
after game 1 is a little rough.
What is the
It's not over just yet.
leaderboard?
Benno Curve, though, on the other side. Already 2 elims. Still, once again, going from machine to machine now, just trying to stick to that same strategy. I mean, this is true and trusty, right? Look, you have G Monster Magma here. He's about to start medkitting. They're actually exposed.
Oh, just a quick
The
peek.
leaderboard
Benno
looking
and
like.
Curve. This time around, you saw they kind of made a play similar to this in that last game. They made sure to heal up first, but now they have quick access to the mending machine. The patchups are in with Magma down. G-Money looks like he's going for a revive, but he might end up in that same situation. But luckily, Curve goes up and over, forces him down into the hand of Venno, where they
got
clean
visuals
up that
and
elimination.
grades
They fell asleep for
in
just a
first,
second
we got
too
Mud's
long, and Curve
second.
and Venno strike, get the elimination, and build that cushion for Sturm Surge, almost 700 above that threshold.
Curve on Poyo
They're
on
just
4.
playing so good right now. I'd probably bet that they're the furthest ahead when it comes to overall Surge right now, and their execution just couldn't be better on those 2 ambushes that they set up. Venno playing as great as ever. Obviously, coming from EU to NA, you have a lot to prove. That huge investment in yourself, right, to come on over and do the thing here on the region, and then doing it with someone like Curve, who hasn't really had that much of a chance to show how good of a player he could be, right? We've seen him play with the folks like Reet and a few other top tiers, but Venno, I would say, is definitely amongst the most elite of his duo options so far.
Yeah, I think everybody's quite pleasantly surprised. I want to give a huge shout out to Mom and Pop Curve, really believing in their son and just allowing him to follow this dream of not only just playing and competing in Fortnite, but a chance to be one of the best players in Fortnite. They get to travel the world if they're able to qualify here inside of the top 13. When we talk about history being on one team side, Acorn has that Major 1 history. I think you called it the Major 1 magic. I like that. So if Acorn can pull it off here, definitely would be a magician. 38 points in game number 1. So already a slow start for them, but you can see with the zone pulling on over toward the north side of the map, almost 300 above the damage threshold. They're just taking it one step at a time.
They're looking good. Love the positioning here on the bottom edge of that mountain. They should have no resistance from any other team. And then they go with the full metal base, so that's just showing us they're not looking to move anytime soon. Jumping on over to Clicks Higgs. Ager's Ritual side to side here. Clicks and Higgs have a little thorn in their hip, but right now just fishing for opportunity. Nothing available just yet.
Wow, that aim
Sphinx is going to be the
cool.
first that they put a little attack on too, but Clicks unfortunately misses those shots. And look at this. This is not actually looking too good for Muzz and Sphinx. They're just barely holding on right now.
Yeah, blessing for them to kind of make that quick rotation onto a slower side of the zone, kind of allow them to peek and get a wide variety of options here. The curse is going to be everybody's fully boxed up already in both brick and metal, so it's going to be hard to spray your way through. But they're 142 above that damage threshold, and they're not a team that goes in desperation mode just because they're below the damage threshold. And that's a huge focal point for their game plan. But Peterbot and Boyo, they're just getting sprayed at from multiple teams. They're forced to reposition, having to go lower and lower onto that low ground as they reunite. The spray is not slowing down or stopping just yet. Boyo is barely surviving, less than 50 HP left, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. They're burning through their materials, less than 10 left on Peterbot. He's still trying to scramble around, but not really finding an open opportunity here to get back into this game.
Very smart scramble, though, going back to all that invested metal, trying to find himself a little bit of a safety spot amongst the chaos, and that was all because the teams in his general area needed damage. So they unfortunately found themselves positioned next to all these opponents that needed a ton of damage. They get shot up by the entire lobby, and now they have to find damage themselves. Peterbot at least gets an elimination there, so it's not a zero-sum game, but they are still so far below. Boyo has to go into the box. We've seen him do the impossible before. He gets another set of points, but how much more can he realistically do here?
Yeah, I'm not really feeling too worried, though. We saw what Boyo could do in the heats just to get to this stage, but got to be careful. Chance does go down. Cold and Rapid just terrorizing those floors, dropping him into the box, and you're kind of see the shakeup that this lobby has right before our very eyes. And this is where we're going into these next couple zones, Monster. If we go towards the north, the northwest, or even towards the northeast, you better buckle in because we're going to be in for a roller coaster of emotions. Yes, if we go south, we go down a mountain, but it eases up the pressure from a lot of what these players are facing. And we go towards the northeast. Boyo, I hope you're ready for this ride.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. Now, he does still have a couple shockwaves, but with Acorn here to the side, I mean, these are dangerous teams on high ground. Clicks and Higgs already looking out in the distance as well here. Boyo has found himself in so many solo situations this weekend, and he has just performed time in and time out. I feel like we're asking so much of him to keep their team on the standings right now, but hey, he is nearing a top 20. Clicks Higgs have that natural elevation to play with as well. And they are just in the best position right now that we have seen so far as making it into another top positioning endgame here.
And you see Higgs Clicks back-to-back games going for that high ground early, and you see they're focusing not only on the players kind of rotating around, but the ones that are in that fizz mist. Those are the threats to that high ground, the second height. They keep putting down that focus. Buzz and Sphinx might be one of those teams as well. They're not dropping down unless they have to. You see Boyo trying to shockwave off, probably only has one shockwave left in his inventory. You can see only down to 6 builds, and this is where it becomes just a nightmare of a situation for Boyo, but he gets a little bit of a blessing. The mist is there. Sphinx dropping down along with Muzz, trying to control their own destiny as well.
That was crazy. A little mist here to kind of support him, and he's trying to find out, hey, where was that throw? Who can I jump on? Who needs these heals right now? But unfortunately, he doesn't quite find the opportunity there, but just 4 builds. 1 shockwave, so this shock has to be played almost offensively now. Can he get into a situation for a refresher here? Of course he can, finds a player there, but doesn't quite find the follow-up. This player's jumping all around him. There goes a missed tag. He's got nothing there, and into the hands of another duo. That opponent goes, so no refresh for him. Down he falls in the top 18. Getting back to the wide view, you have Clicks and Higgs on high ground. Acorn Bolts sizing up the second layer. Cold and Rapid, front side of the low ground, just playing for an ultimate end.
Yeah, and for Acorn and Bolts, they wait till the last second. They think you're out of builds, but Muzz gets in the box, ends up with 1 elimination, but Wager sends him right back to the lobby. And this goes to show second place there in the first game, kind of going down relatively early here. Cold, along with Rapid, they're controlling one side. You see Venom and Curve controlling the other, but this is where it continues to become a nightmare. We're going down into the divot off the side of that mountain. For Clicks and Higgs, they have the biggest advantage, control over the high ground, but Osid, Scare, they're there. Agers and Ritual, they're there as well.
The problem with this is you have to use material in order to, maintain your positioning right now. This is the type of endgame you cannot practice for. Agers, Ritual, also starting to fizzle out now. You can see as they're starting to lower themselves gently down the layers here, looking for opportunity into a box. They're trying to send themselves, but no, the defense was good from the opponents there. Higgs, meanwhile, on the other side, loses a lot of shield here, forced to miss up, and Clicks as well. Very desperate situation for Height now. Acorn and Bolts finally attack, and it's theirs to secure.
Wow, Clicks and Higgs read the curve and Veno play from a mile away. They get the elims, they get the knocks, but in comes Acorn and Bolts while they're distracted. Clicks and Higgs said, nah, you're not going to get it for free. Clicks is literally putting it all on the line. He said this is his NCS to win if he's going to get it, and he takes down Bolts, leaving Acorn as a solo, but there's still 3 more threats in the mix. Scared Osin, Ages of Ritual, they're still alive, but Clix is still focused on the Acorn.
That was disgusting. Clicks goes up, Higgs breaks the foundation, and then they actually take that team down. And now it's their high ground all over again as it bounces back over their original investment here. Now they haven't picked up a refresher, but they surely have control of the skies right now. Agers and Rituals haven't quite had a time to do anything with the high ground, but they are running things on the low ground. 8 eliminations for them now. But look at the POV here from Clicks and Higgs. It is looking like a breeze fest here to the end game if they can just pressure these lobbies out and use the terrain to their advantage.
Yeah, this is definitely theirs. They're going up the side of the mountain. Another knock on the Ritual. Cooper falls. Ager's alive, and Taki's making a mad dash trying to get inside of the zone. But he falls all the same. Clicks is just cleaning up house here.
Higgs with the win, bro, with game 2.
In game 2 to take it all.
It almost feels like back-to-back performances for them right now. You saw the game 1. They are showing us how it is they want to play the grand finals this weekend, and that's height or nothing. Game 2, though, Zeke, is now wraps.
This is what I was waiting for in finals. The fight for height, Clicks and Higgs. Kelly, I can't believe it. In 8th zone, they were at it again. They're like, hey, remember our plan from game 1? We're doing that again, but this time, no one will take height from us. And now we get a game 2 victory royale.
If you have been watching any of the scrims since Heats, you would probably be a little less surprised to see Clicks and Higgs acting this way. This is something that they have prepared for, that they have studied, and you can see through the evolution of literally just over the last 2 weeks, the little adjustments that they're making in controlling height. And this was honestly a masterclass of those changes that we've seen, where they had height potentially stolen away from them twice, 3 times in that game, and their ability to just drop down 1 or 2 layers to make sure that they're not necessarily sacrificing height and have that opportunity to go back and reclaim it again. But honestly, even going back before people are trying to steal height, even the way that they're just claiming it from the start of Zone 8, where they'll build a tower and they don't actually tarp. If you notice, they'll wait till Zone kind of pulls all the way to the edge, and then they'll launch themselves forward to build a tower to take height, saving up all those materials that they're going to need for the very end game.
Almost nothing about that game makes sense. Like, it genuinely doesn't. Like, we're watching them, right? They're building up height from 8th zone. It's like, okay, you need a lot of materials to survive from 8th zone high ground all the way into the end of the game. They ended the game with 4 eliminations. I honestly thought you would need more refreshes. But then if you also take a look at the natural terrain that we were building over and had to kind of, traverse, it was mountainous, right? A lot of like dips and elevation. So you kind of have to account for that. It usually takes a little bit more builds to build over something like that. So not only did Clicks and Higgs fend off like 7 different teams amongst like an incredible amount of chaos of people just flying above them, and somehow, when the dust settled, they were the ones that ended up on the higher ground, but they also made it work from 8th zone with only 4 eliminations. You got to imagine, like, how do they do that? First 2 games, Clicks and Higgs, they fended off the fight for height. They look good.
Man, and I just don't even know, Viv, how they're just in the air for so long.
Right? It's
like, dude, they're even getting hit, and it's like, it's just not enough, right? It's just not enough. They land on builds. They're like, everything's fine. We're back to full HP. Don't even worry about it. Clicks and Higgs looking so good. That was game number 2. We're going to a short break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the lobby list and start preparing for the chaos that will be game 3. We'll see you in just a minute.
Dang, bro. Surprised Drunky isn't here. Who are you talking about, Drunky? Who's Drunky? Who's the Drunky that you're talking about, bro? Hey, who's the Drunky that you're talking about? Oh, dinner's done. I'm gonna go eat and finish packing. All right, man. Gotcha. Gotcha. Say it was the Drunky? Oh. Dang. bro. Minute and 4 seconds. I'll watch some of my shorts.
Oh, chest. Open. What do we
Wait,
get?
hang on.
Turn the top out. Yo, let's go. Bet. Oh, chest. Open. What do we get? Turn the top out. Yo, let's go. Bet. Give it back. Give it back. Yo, give it. I'm gonna remember that. Okay, wait. Well, obviously I'm gonna... Wait, but... Okay. Obviously I'm gonna...
Wait, who said lol? Lol.
Hey, sir. Okay, I'm going upstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and send it.
Fortnite dad?
What are you I'm so confused on what you're talking about. Wow, you are eating that Do you want to talk about it? I'll let you live. You know what? I'm gonna let you live. I think you deserve to live. Just for that.
Just for that?
Wait, I can kill him.
Just for that, I'm gonna let you live.
Okay, what's the haircut called?
Hey, I might have... I'll head to the end, and then I'll meet you there.
Go head to the stronghold.
Alright, if I die, you'll know.
1 hour later.
Oh, well, that almost failed. Ow, ow, ow. Caden! 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 I'll head to the end.
Okay.
Phil plays more shit. I'm chasing y'all all the way home.
Alright, bro, let's go.
Okay, alright, okay.
I don't know if
Alright, let's go through the portal, bro. Come on. Bro, what is going on? I'm not even doing anything to you, bro. That's just him.
Bro, Zola, why would you make that, bro?
Dude, that's just him, bro.
Yeah.
Zola, why would you make that, bro?
I'll head to the end, and then I'll meet you there.
Go. Phil plays more shit. I'm chasing y'all.
Why would you make
What
that,
did
bro?
I do? Oh crap, I see him.
Zola, why would you ever make that, bro?
Zola, why would you make that, bro?
He's gonna be like free in 2 minutes. Yeah, he gets out in 2 minutes.
I just sat there and stared at him, bro.
Why are you standing still, Zola?
You guys can't remember. What the fuck?
What
the hell just happened?
He's like sitting still and then he like built a giant pillar all of a sudden.
What just
Man, freedom now. Yeah.
Why is bro playing Fortnite? He's cranking up.
I just built up, bro.
Is he actually just cranking?
I think Golden was
Oh,
saying
you
something
post Minecraft?
about
I posted
my
a
God.
couple
Oh my
shorts
God,
of Minecraft. I don't know about a video. Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk about this, Caden.
Dude, somebody snipe me.
Wow, Caden, JK, bro, got knocked by fall.
Somebody snipe. No, hey.
that is
Somebody
like-
snipe me.
Alright.
I got sniped.
Yo. What is this?
Did I like this one too?
Me neither.
Oh, I did.
Yo. What is this? Use. What does this do? Oh! Basically, I just make the video right here.
Those are like old clips, bro.
No,
This one used to be good, bro.
Alright, so it's 2020.
This snipe was crazy though.
Oh! Oh my god!
Okay.
I decided.
we good? Fortnite? Fortnite?
5 elims. I'm kind of waiting. You know, Kelly, I'm kind of waiting for that ice cold game out of cold.
I think how they play in tournaments is similar to
We
kind
good
of
now?
how they play in the end game. They kind of like to play in the mid ground. They love to play for refreshes. And if they need to go for kind of a heavy elim, they'll lock in and they'll go on the low ground. And then that's where we really see them tear. But for me, cold and rapid, it's less about how consistent they are and more about these insane pop-off games, Vivid, that we know that both of them individually and as a duo can pull out.
Yeah, so it'd be scary stuff for the leaderboard when we do see one of those games. Got to give a big shout out to Acorn and Bolts. I feel like that game is rough because we saw a little bit of life of them in that game where they actually attempted to go for high ground right there. So it'll be interesting to see over the course of the next 10 games if they're going to kind of continue with that plan. Although I do want to kind of talk about how this whole like lobby and how the kind of lobby plays out. Clicks and Higgs, I feel like they fended off Peterbot in game number 1. I feel like they fended off a lot of teams there in game number 2. You got to imagine at some point, Zeke, these teams are kind of going to get tired of going up for it if Clicks and Higgs are just going to keep beating them at that fight. And eventually it might end up where Clicks and Higgs just have high ground for free. Kind of something to think about.
Yeah, man. Like you're pointing out the amount of players that have gone up to fight for it. Like, I think in any other circumstance we've seen that, it's like that team usually just like, okay, hey, my bad, like you guys can have it. But Clicks and Higgs, they are holding on, Kelly. It's looking nice.
It's looking good, Zeke, but you know what else is looking good? Game 3.
That's right, Fortnite fam, it's game time. Buckle up. Game number 3 starts now.
Thank you. And yeah, just like that, we're approaching game 3 already. Finals days tend to go pretty quickly, but one thing's for certain, Jacob, it's too early to call anything just yet.
Yeah, I'm already kind of getting my wish. I said I just want game 12 to matter when it's all said and done. Already a 1-point difference, proving that history lesson we gave might come true. And this is going to be an exciting time to kind of see it. Will Clicks and Higgs continue to play for the high ground? Aegis and Ritual, will they wake up? Or Peterbot and Pollo. Teams right now are poking the bear. We know what type of team they could turn into day 2.
Yeah, one thing's underrated is those elimination points are starting to rack up. You're earning more for your value here when you get eliminations. So seeing someone like Aegis and Rituals up at the top just because they managed to pop off in that last game, they definitely are being rewarded there on the standings. But one thing's for certain, Peterbot and Pollo don't usually get lobbied like that. So we'll see what they're going to change up here for game number 3.
Unless they contest Clicks. They probably would, though. I say that. He was saying, like Peter was saying before, he's like, if Clicks is in first place, I'm full contesting him.
Well, they're first place on the leaderboard. Already locking down a 2nd and a 13th with 13 total eliminations. You gotta like what Curve and Veno are doing as well. Just kind of keeping it close, and that's going to be the interesting thing of how
I say,
the
who
day
are we
ends
trying to
today
watch? Because there's no one on
really
screen.
has control of how you get to play tomorrow.
You know, one thing about Fortnite is there is a little bit of luck involved. You know, when you went back and saw the highlights, I actually can't believe Higgs survived the way he did. That should have been Veno and Curve's game right there. I'm just going to say that for the record, as Paper and Resi are getting active right now at their drop here, Jacob. Not to distract us too much, but yeah, that highlight really showed us how lucky Clicks and Higgs were there.
Yeah. Back to this fight, though, you know, Paper, that was almost a must-win as Tyler and Chance taking down Electro and Ulk early on the south side of Battlewood Boulevard. Actually, elimination probably spinning. It does look like Toronto somewhere else on the map kind of stole that one away. So they're only going to get the 1 elimination, 4 points, but they are going to get most of that loot out of the elimination. That's Toronto and Slips. Further down south outside of Battlewood, kind of split the drop down there towards the bottom. Just kind of take those little opportunities while you can. That's kind of the name of the game.
Nice little elim for them, given that they're playing the coastal line. Back on over to the Painted Palms here. Blanks and Mako, again, managed to find a nice little victory there coming out of their heats category. Team to their north, though, again, you're going to find a lot of duos trying to hold down the vending machines at the POIs. They're basically death traps. You got to be super careful when approaching those areas. Raven CDZ coming off a hot little victory of an early game battle for themselves, but wasn't able to convert anything else after that game too.
almost feels like for them, they've been almost 3 different drops throughout the 3 games that we've seen so far. Top side of the map, we saw them take on Dozier Ishu, go against Chris and Drew, and now against Threats and Beer. Just trying to find their spot on a map like this is not going to be the easiest thing, especially a team like Threats and Beer who just want to rid everyone out of their POI. It's a legendary POI, so you can see exactly why they're fighting. More loot, more gold, more opportunity if they're able to get it to themselves. As they quickly go through at least 1 box of pizza. While Threats heals, Veer is kind of putting the pressure down so that way they can't easily turn and burn to try to take down Threats in a 2v1.
See what Raven and CDZs can take away from this finals as a whole. Because they're starting to notice, I think, that you can't just be too flexible on the lobby. You will encounter incredibly talented players everywhere you go. And even now, one might argue that this is an even better team in Threats and Veer. Monster shot for him there to finish up with the assistance of a team. And the Riptides there, and just like that, they get sent back to the lobby.
Yeah, I gotta imagine that was HQ and Encrypted from their lighthouse just west of Squibbly. For them, it's not even necessarily about the elimination. For HQ Encrypted, it's just the early game Storm Surge. You can kind of see cut halfway through Battlewood Boulevard, the zone is already pushing teams towards the north side of the map. And that gives a little bit of a cushion here for Veno and Curve to do these lurk plays just like this. We saw it in the last game. We're going to see it here again. Curve probably trying to distract Tyler and Chance from the distance, saying, hey, they're nowhere to be found on this side, and that gives Veno a little bit of a lurk opportunity.
Always keep eyes on what Veno's up to. It's one of the most decorated players, one who tends to come in with an extreme amount of preparation. It's always something to learn. Always something up these elite pros' sleeves, of course. For Clicks and Higgs, things are just business as usual here at the Wonky Land. You got Higgs on watch up top. Meanwhile, back to Veno. Just when you think it's safe, you never know.
This is a long investment in time right now from Veno. Up above, you got Curve lurking around, so they got basically all the important exits locked down. Veno watching the whole other side of that building, probably getting the audio visuals as well. A lot of information for him to keep to himself. And just the patience here is going to be the biggest thing. Does he try to go in and make a play by himself, especially with how far Curve actually is? You could use a shockwave to cut the distance, but anything can happen in a quick couple of seconds. For Tyler and Chance, great heads-up play for them. They probably realize what Veno and Curve do, how they play and lurk around the entire POI, whether they're contested or not. So better safe than sorry.
Yeah, and of course, they're just trying to get that critical medal, right? So Veno recognizes this. He knows an opportunity is just moments away. Boyo Peterbot on the other side, just trying to get their medal in order as well, preparing for the mid-game. Peterbot eyeing up a team in the distance. Gonna be Muzzin Sphinx right now. Will tags come out? Those are tags that Peterbot will just not miss.
Back, man, got you.
Yeah,
it's going decent. Clicks and Higgs won the game
to go towards the north, over towards Wonky Land, maybe the north side of the map, Frigid Fortress. So Peterbot Poyo do have access to that rift if they do want to use it. Haven't really seen it in play too much so far on the day, but sometimes you got to save the tricks to when you do need it most. Ages of Ritual, you can see some of their early games so far throughout the first 2. It was Storm Surge early because they're not contested and the surrounding land isn't as contested as it usually is. They're just going to have to hunt for that Storm Surge rather than sit in the zone.
Got a couple highlights though. This is one from Listen and Aloe's duo. Oh, they find someone fresh off the reboot. Quick finish there, and then of course they're gonna go into Collapse on the solo. Just like that, they earn their first set of points here in the finals lobby. Jumping back to Paper though. Paper went from early eliminations at the drop now to fight Bucky and Zen here. Bucky's in big danger. Zen.
I'm okay, Zip, bro.
Right give him a little bit of
is this recorded already, or is it live? The gameplay. Another people talking. It's all live. This is like
end up in this position.
grand finals right now.
Is right there, so you can kind of see what their focus is. Resi doesn't have a ton of gold, so it's not really going to get much out of it. You got to hope Paper has the lion's share of that one. But they're just really trying to control this whole side of the map. But for Bucky and Zen, you see empty item slots, not a lot of builds, not a lot of heals. They're in a drastic
they're
situation.
showing Bucky
Maybe
now,
not
so that's a good thing.
in a spot to where they start to get desperate, but they have to start thinking what plan B is going to be.
I was gonna say, remember, Peterbot and Pollo were desperate for Surge last game. Look at the adjustment in their strategy. They find a duo that seems to be somewhat isolated from the rest of the rotate, and now they're going in hyper aggressively.
Run from one team to the next. A lot of teams on the north side of the map, for some reason, making their way down south. You can see the drop is there. Almost a little bit more of a reward outside of the elimination, but Pollo lands the first big shot to try to break things up. Peterbot is going ahead and putting pressure, cleaning up that elimination, easing up that Storm Surge pressure here. You called it out. Last game wasn't the best game for them in terms of Storm Surge. In fact, it was almost the reason why they went down early, got lobby focused. Now with that elimination there, they're going to be able to claim that drop to themselves and maybe even move back to their POI.
Yeah, and the speed of which they can finish a fight is definitely the difference maker from them to a more average pro team.
Professor, you're starting there, man.
Cold
Good.
and rapid here. We got a little update with the situation. Talk about that mythic shotgun in hand. It's definitely a power loadout here. And ooh, Cold with a quick 2-piece right there. That's a plus 50 for them.
Who's counting up on the Surge for them? 110 points so far throughout 2 games. Cold and Rapid in 4th place, but just like the first and second place point differential, you got Visuals and Braids right underneath at 109. They won our first game of the day, really setting the tone and the pace that everybody has to follow up on. So it's definitely not going to be easy. Wagers and Slepsy rotating on over towards Riptide. They used to land here, but didn't want to end up in a disadvantaged fight, so they went
I completely forgot, Zip, that you just like come in here and then you're just like, I'm gay, and then that's it.
200 effective shield and HP. Nut has the same comfortability with the Slapperoni Pizza on the other side, but it's a 1v1 with the zone pulling further and further away. Even if they win this fight, they gotta find the time to get the reboot.
Finding reboot's always difficult as well. It just attracts so much attention to you, and look at this. Talk about attention being drawn. There's a team moving in hot from the west side already now. Light and Flex are on a timer. I mean, obviously we know Light's by himself. He's got to wrap this one up, or Nut's got to fight back.
Again, last night after getting live about my dad, I haven't really thought about how serious the situation actually is. I started really thinking about all the all of it, and like I feel so bad. Dang. Like Light's so fast, you never really think about it. I will say Light. You want to spend your time wisely.
Elim. Look at Power's inventory before and after. Now they're getting a bunch of materials, a bunch of extra heals, the splashes, and the chug jug. Even though they don't necessarily stacked out in terms of shockwaves, they came for what they wanted and they got it. And now they just continue on with the rest of their game. Hopefully they can find a safe spot in zone, so this is actually worth it.
I'm just laughing. I'm thinking like, put myself in Nut's position where he's like, oh my gosh, and he just stops moving. He's got his pizza out. He's like, bruh, please. And then they leave. So he gets really lucky. Bailed out a desperate spot there. And you know he's got the reboot card, so they will get to continue their tournament life here. Acorn and Bolts, completely different situation here. Much more chill scenario on hand. Pretty much just camping the launch pads right now with the zone on top of them. So nothing to worry about right now.
This is where it looks to get a little spooky. About Pollo, yeah, this is where they actually kind of land for the most part. They have the slurp trucks that's there, the mending machine, and we saw Peterbot farm up a lot of his metal. Quick moment there where you said it yourself, looking dangerous with Curve and Veno rotating nearby. We saw the sheer amount of lurks throughout the first 2 games so far, using the mending machines as a distraction for teams, and that's how they picked up not only damage but eliminations. Probably seeing how far the zone is actually pulling towards the north, so instead of waiting, they probably realized they already have some good surge eliminations early, so they're trying to beat every other team to the punch.
Yeah, I'm just thinking they got spider senses like Curve and Veno reading the situation like, maybe not this team.
Heck?
Let's just go to the storm.
Is it duos or
It's
squads?
the best decision they make in this game, that's for sure. A clash for Peterbot and Pollo when there's 700 above the surge is not the type of Peterbot and Pollo you want to fight right now. Not in this game, not in this lobby. Love that we got to see a little glimpse of Osid and Scare's position there. That sleeper duo that has been creeping up the standings bit by bit. Mako and Blanks, though, quite the rotate for them to make here. Carillion, meanwhile, whoa. Nice little knock out the sky there. Someone's fired up.
I'm always a what have you done for me lately type of guy, and honestly, in this short span that Jargu and Carillion have played together, Monster, they have won 3 games in set lobbies through their heat, or through the last chance qualifier and the eval finals. So even though right now they're sitting on 40 points, I wouldn't necessarily be too worried. This team can pull out some insane moments and victories. Just unfortunate they are contested at the far eastern side of the map, going against Sniper Dude and Avenger. So not every game is going to be guaranteed. Just goes to show Carillion taking advantage of those little opportunities while you can. Peterbot and Pollo, they did clean up a few eliminations here. We saw one early, one in the feed, and you can see they're rotating away from Tyler and Chance. Already up towards the zone, but they're going to where they think it is going to open up and give them a little bit more cushion in terms of spacing.
Nice little find right there to get the chug barrels. But I did want to say, you know, 40 points is still in the race. Like, remember, the real winners are who's going to land, who's in top 13 when this is all said and done. So if you're 40 points, you're 60 points like Cooper and Ree. I mean, you're in the conversation right now. Your shoes are tied, you know, you're on the track here. You got to respect it so far. But again, this is only game 3, right? We're about halfway through day 1.
Quarter of the game's already completed. You can kind of see Cooper, Reed, trying to see if anybody else is going to make a late rotation off the side of that mountain. They're ready and waiting for it to happen. QK and Khan, 57 below the damage threshold. Right now, it is going to be a 2-tick, but that's going to quickly switch on over to a 5-tick. So timing is of the essence to get in towards the zone. So they don't necessarily have to rush for the Storm Surge. QK does anyway. Not only gets the elimination, but puts them above the damage threshold. And it's usually when you're on that line, Monster, teams get desperate and they start to make mistakes. So glad to see them already answer the call.
Yeah, their timing couldn't have been better. Like, the zone pulls to their side. So many teams are exiting from the Wadki land, storm into the edge, kind of congested positioning there. And I want to update from Clicks and Higgs as well. Like, this is their drop, right? This is the dream scenario. You're in the lead point-wise. Then you get the whole zone to land on top of your POI when you normally play natural high ground. This is a crazy development happening in general right now for Game 3. Bolts and Acorn have invested a lot to get to the safety here. And look at this. Not a lot of heals to work with, so the pizza box comes out. This is obviously, I'd say, the best heal, right? Like, in the game right now, for sure, as far as quick heals are concerned.
Look at the background. Creon went down. Almost held my breath. Thought it was somebody else for a moment. Paper is going to be knocked as well. A couple of players left as solos in some big moments here. No bigger moment than this for Rezi. 348 below the damage threshold. Rezi literally put the team on his back just to get this spot in finals. 2 games gone already. 341 quickly has to start to make a play. 15 players need to go down. He might have an opportunity to out-heal this Monster. 2 pizza slices, 3 med kits. He does have a full chug jug as well. I just wouldn't necessarily advise it as a solo.
This is crazy because while we've been watching Rezi,
right, give me a second. I'm gonna do something real quick.
And Curve, and I saw Curve pick up 2 eliminations, by the way. So Rezi's trying to find opportunity, and then you have someone like Curve just lacing up the lobby, and all the chances that might have been his in his general vicinity. So it couldn't be worse for Rezi right now. For Clicks and Higgs, though, this is the update I wanted. 500 above. They have no worries in the world right now. In maximum material, what a clean rotate here. They're not quite safe just yet, but plenty of time to work with. No pressure right now for our position leaders for the most part.
This is where we could start to see an interesting end game. You see all the trees, Monster? You see every single one of those trees. Well, the thick ones, they have a huge amount of HP, and you can connect to them as well in this end game. And more of them as we go towards the south are going to be in play. So we're going to have teams that not only could contest the high ground, could hold on to it for longer than usual. Cold and Rapid try to make their way in, moving forward, almost running to Peterbot and Pollo as they're almost 1,000 damage above the threshold. Monster, this is one thing that you wanted to pay close attention to, and right now, from one game to the next, this is night and day here for Peterbot and Pollo.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing aggressive right now. It's almost as if they say, or are feeling like they need to earn a bunch of points if they want to stay competitive for first place. And they're playing like someone owes them something right now, big time. Meanwhile, Curve, though, as exceptional as he has been, he has lost Veno on the rotate here, so he's now left by himself. Meanwhile, you look to high ground, and look who it is. My, it's not a bird. It's Clicks, it's Higgs up top right now, getting positioned.
Just like in a couple of the other games, I stopped asking myself when I see certain players going up the high ground, is it too early? I think Clicks and Higgs have proved it's never too early for them to try to take that high ground, especially in a zone like this where you have all those trees that you can actually attach to maintain your position on height. But for now, Clicks and Higgs just continue to look down below, realize the zone is going to force players not only out of their boxes, but to shockwave from point A to point B, and that's going to be the best chances they get to beam people out of the sky. You see a good amount of damage landing onto Cold before he gets to the front side of the zone.
And you saw the hesitation there, just trying to see if Rapid was with them. Fortunately, ends up on a different layer there for a second, but reunited now. Looking to kind of reposition, refresh up. Up top, Clicks and Higgs have this juggernaut of a positioning over the rest of the lobby, connected to that big trunk of the tree there, and they're just so high up that no one's going to be able to contest them, I don't think. So they might just be able to waltz their way into the end game. Muzz, Sphinx here fighting for what they can do right now. And they're starting to run out of material though, Jacob. This is getting really desperate for Muzz and Sphinx.
Yeah, but you can see Muzz just sliding through a couple of those closed boxes before he gets in zone. Clicks and Higgs continue to elevate themselves higher and higher because they know the shockwave with the fizz, anybody can contest that high ground in a moment's notice. We've already seen it throughout 2 games so far as Peterbot peaks at the perfect time, finds another knock. Elimination going to be cleaned up elsewhere. Even Sphinx going down. Acorn cleans up another elimination. You see threats going down in the corner. It just goes to show that these players that are on that mid layer are just bumping heads back and forth just to get inches in a game that seems a mile long.
Finally, Cold and Rapid get their first eliminations here in the end game. Bit uncharacteristic of them to not have a several set of elims right now, given how they like to play aggressively in these end games. But don't count them out just yet. Peterbot, Boyo continue to turn up here as well. Living off the refreshes right now. They have Osid in sight. They take them down so quickly. You can run, but you can't hide. Boya and Peterbot for the first time playing side by side in the end game, and what feels like the entirety of today. Visuals, Braids on the other side, coming off that victory royale now. Still trying to maintain momentum here, but when you look to the high ground, not a soul has decided to contest Clicks and Higgs just yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's very many opportunities the way they have it set up as well. That one's clean. Poyo almost gets blocked off away from Peterbot, but he's not letting go. He's not giving up on his teammates, saying there's a huge strength in numbers. We have to make it count. Cold gets another elimination as well. You said it. There are 4 eliminations here, and they're looking for a couple more. Top 14 situation. There are 5 solo players running around this lobby. Make it 6 as another one gets separated, and you notice still not a single person has even looked up or even built a single box higher, and that's because of Clicks and Higgs, a constant pressure from above.
I'm just looking at Cold right now. He went from no elims to now 6 and a knock body down below. He needs that siphon to turn online like now if he wants to stay alive here. There goes the mini shields to keep him in the game. Meanwhile, Peterbot on the bottom right is by himself, trying to clutch this one up right now. It's been the Boyo solo show all week long, and now it's up to Peterbot to show us what he's got.
Yep, 1 shockwave left, 5 build. Definitely is trying to pick the perfect moment to strike. Using the fizz for the utility, not necessarily the shield. Cold is finally gone down. Rapid stuck outside of the zone. Acorn trying to cut off the path of Braids, but Braids takes him down. These trades going back and forth. 8 teams remain, but that's making 7 teams remain, Monster. 9 players in this game. Almost everybody left alive is solos. Rapid probably feeling the pressure. Gets a huge elimination. Peterbot as well, but he's out of build. Huge flank onto one. Almost gets chance down before he gets demolished himself.
A sliver of HP, and Peterbot would have had it and earned a little bit more, but Clicks and Higgs are here on the high ground. They're looking to get another victory royale here and now. They want it more than everyone else. Rapid's a solo. He gets finished up. Higgs is the one who does the job in the end there. And game 3, Jacob, lets Clicks and Higgs off to the races.
Already, Monster, we have our first back-to-back victory royales from Clicks and Higgs. They got their wonky land uncontested, and they're putting it to use, Zeke.
This is not a drill. Clicks and Higgs won back-to-back games in Major 1 finals. We're doing it! Kelly, it's happening!
I feel like someone ordered some pizza, and Clicks and Higgs are just the delivery drivers right now because they're holding on to those slices throughout the entire end game. I mean, I appreciate the pizza party. Who doesn't love that? But Clicks and Higgs right now on high ground are having a party for two. They are just absolutely dominating. And Vivid, you called it out. You said the word conditioning, and they conditioned the lobby, and it's only game number 3.
Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy. Like you mentioned, it seemed like it was so chaotic over the course of game number 1, game number 2. Everybody wanted a little piece of the high ground. They were flying up. It seemed impossible to control. In game 3, it was a breeze. Nobody looked up. I don't even know what was going on in that lobby. We were so busy watching the eliminations that were kind of happening on the lower ground. People were going crazy down there, and Clicks and Higgs, you know, again, one of those situations where what did they end the game with right there? Like 3 eliminations. I know I saw they had 2 in like 11 zone. No real refreshes are coming in, and they are somehow tarping the entirety of these end games from 8th zone throughout. Nobody's looking up, Kelly.
I will say, though, they're not tarping, and they keep doing that, where they're actually split, and they're kind of creating these 2 towers where Clicks will launch forward at the front of zone, and they don't tarp over, which kind of saves their materials. It's now allowing Clicks to kind of get these refreshes, or at least get some shots onto low ground. It's amazing, Zeke. And again, this is just halfway through day 1.
Can we get the back 3 back? That's all I want. That's all I want, back 3 back. Fortnite fan, we hope you are enjoying all of the action. That was game number 3. We still have 3 to go. First, a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at this lobby list. You're about to be in shock. We'll see you in just a moment.
Oh my gosh, I was gone for that long? I wasn't even... Okay, maybe I was gone for a little bit longer. Okay, who won?
We make it 6 is
Who won the last game?
The utility. Teams remain. Everybody as well. A sliver of aggro.
Wait. Clicks and Higgs again, bro. Let's go.
They want it more than everyone else.
Let's go. Clicks and Higgs with another win.
Does the job in the end there. And game 3, Jacob.
Go.
Let's Clicks and Higgs off to the races. Alrighty, Monster, we have our first back-to-back victory royales from Clicks and Higgs. They got their wonky land uncontested, and they're putting it to use, Zeke.
Sir.
This is not a drill. Clicks and Higgs won back-to-back games in Major 1 finals. We're doing
Where's the leaderboards look at? Show leaderboard, show leaderboard, show leaderboard. Show the leaderboard.
It seemed up. I don't even know what was going on in that lobby. We were so busy watching the eliminations that were kind of happening on the lower ground. People were going crazy down there, and Clicks and Higgs, you know, again, one of those situations where real zone throughout, nobody's looking.
And they're kind of
Ken, you are enjoying all of...
No, I wanted to see the leaderboard. We're gonna have to search up ourselves, bro.
Stay there.
Leaderboard. Oh my gosh, we only got like a couple seconds. NA. Okay.
We are back.
Who is winning?
Really quickly, I said lobby list. What I meant was standings. In case you're just tuning in, you've missed the fact that Clicks and Higgs got 2 back-to-back victory royales in a major finals
Clicks
lobby.
and Higgs
Now,
in
I told
first
you that you would
place,
be shocked.
bro. Let's
now,
go with
remember,
2
you know,
wins.
after game 2, we're
2.
like, ah, Clicks and Higgs should be in first place, right?
2.
Well, you know what's crazy? They are kind of in first place
Yeah.
right now as Bree bring up the standings, but
Kind of in first
interestingly
place.
enough, Kelly, we are actually tied currently because Cold and Rapid decided, you know what we're going to do in this last game? We're going to get a second place with 11 eliminations, and here we are. Scores are tied.
I mean, Vivid, you're asking how, but between 9 and 20 eliminations, that right there is a 44-point difference. And if we look at their average placement, yes, Clicks and Higgs do have a 2.33 average placement, but Cold and Rapid are right behind them with a 5.67 average placement. So we talked about it. We'll talk about it again, that it doesn't just need one facet of your game to do well. You can't just grab a bunch of eliminations, or you can't just grab a bunch of wins. You have to be able to do both, and that is what Cold and Rapid are doing. They're making sure that they are making it to the end game every single time. For some reason, someone's giving them the mythic reloader, and this is what is allowing them to just have so much damage and so much control on the low ground that the teams that are on high ground, like Clicks, is not even able to get any eliminations.
Ew. Oh my gosh.
Bummer.
Rapid fending off, winning. The 1v2 there on low ground. I didn't even catch that. But as you can see there, when we actually tuned into Rapid, when that solo clutch started, they were on 180 points when Cold went down. So Rapid himself, just being a solo in the end game, picking up 1v2s like that, picked up 30 points to put them on 210. So an incredible performance right there from Rapid to kind of keep them at the top of the leaderboard.
And that was the game that like we were calling out for, right? Like right before this game, we were saying, you know, we're kind of waiting for that big pop off Cold and Rapid game, and they just had it, right? And it's enough to go ahead and tie up first. We have a competition on our hands that is so crazy. Man, even Agers and Ritual right now holding on. And I think what's crazy too, if you look in 5th place, Peterbot and Poyo, right, we've kind of continued to see Pete and Poyo get in the situation where one of them is left solo. But even in these tough situations, they're only 60 points behind. Like, this isn't like, hey, first place is like 100 points behind or like over 100. Like, we saw what one good game can do for Cold and Rapid, right? Peterbot and Poyo, they just need that one game. And then suddenly, like, that gap closes, right?
Yeah, Peterbot and Poyo right now are kind of just, I think they're failing from too much success. They're doing too much on the mid ground right now, and that's kind of putting them into these a little bit of rough positions because they're being so aggressive, because they're looking around at all these different angles on the mid ground. They're getting kind of like chopped out. They're getting pulled out so that they're ending up being a solo over and over again. And although it is Peterbot, and if anyone can run a solo game, it's going to be him. Eventually, you are going to need to be a full duo going into the end game right now. And I think that is just the slight issue that we're having with Peterbot and Poyo. But I say that, and if you look historically, Peterbot and Poyo are a day 2 team. They're already climbing up the leaderboard, Vivid. So although they might not be having the first 3 games that they want, it is definitely not the end for this duo.
Yeah, I think the larger theme here of the fact that still towards the top of our leaderboard, even like the top 10, it still feels like an incredibly close competition, even though we just had, over the course of 3 games, a team win 2 of those games. So crazy stuff kind of happening over here on NA. Every single team, every one of our top teams is picking up points some way, somehow, and they're keeping themselves in the fight.
Oh my gosh, dude. Viv, talk to me about the damage numbers right now. You looked up a stat.
Cool.
I love you're the stat guy. Hit me with these stats right now. Oh, man.
Over the course of the first 3 games, this is how our damage ratios are kind of breaking down. Clicks and Higgs individually both find themselves in 1st and 2nd place, which I just think is crazy because going into game number 3 right here, it kind of panned out like this as well. Like Clicks was up there like 5+. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want to take a look at the damage ratio after game 3. Got better. His damage ratio increased somehow after game number 3. And if you remember how game number 1 and game number 2 kind of panned out, how many people were going up for higher ground, how many people were fighting them for it, and they still had like these incredibly positive damage ratios. And again, game number 3, that one, yeah, it's kind of justifiable because, you know, we talked about how nobody looked up towards high ground, so it makes sense that they didn't really take that much damage, but those guys are playing super, super good.
That's just That's just wild to me because we would talk so highly of Cold back when he would get like a 3.0 damage ratio.
Yeah.
That was almost unheard of. And yes, we are only halfway through. I'm sure those numbers are going to be adjusted as the tournament goes on, but absolutely incredible showing from Clicks.
Yeah, and I think if we could just get nitpicky for like a second, right? And this is kind of like we're kind of like talking about this a little bit before break, but yes, we love that they're getting the victory royales, right? But we're not hitting those like elim thresholds that we need to be seeing, right? That's why Cold and Rapid suddenly shoot up the standings, right? Because remember, we had that extra point, Kelly, and it doesn't sound like a lot. One more point, okay, big deal. But these elims, they will very quickly stack up, especially if you hit double digits.
I mean, when you consider 1 point is, I said 25% before last time, I was wrong. 33% increase is a huge stat increase for any number. And of course, when it's eliminations, when there are teams that focus on eliminations, having you just eventually just go up to them and be like, hey, that tournament that you just did, let's give you 33% more points for your eliminations. And if you look at some of these Div Cup finals, if you have it in the format for grand finals where it's 4 points per elimination, it would be very different teams in the top of our leaderboard.
Yeah. Zeke's greedy, man. He wants more. He's like, looks like I got 2 wins. I want elims. Like, dude.
Why are you putting my...
Who's winning? Right now, Clicks is going crazy with 2 wins back to back.
I want to give credit to Clicks and Higgs. I think what we're watching is the best team as far as positioning and decision making going against the best team at eliminating and running things on the low and mid ground right now. And again, it's only 3 games in, right, Jacobs? But the identity is starting to take shape for these duos.
Yeah, it just almost seems, especially for like Clicks and Higgs, is they are going to win this major one or lose this major one for something they did or didn't do in their own right. They have full control over their own destiny here. A little bit of a passive game plan here. That's how they've been able to get 2 victory royales, Monster, and they're tied for first place. I don't want to cause any curses, but could this be the major? We're already done with half of day number 1. We're jumping into game 4 to start the second half.
This game 4 is going to be an important one. It's going to be the solidifying factor of how did you do generally here on the day. All you need is a good 4 games to be very much in a race to contest a championship weekend. And we are already 3 down. Well, one thing's for certain though, Jacob, no one's playing super perfect just yet, right? Every duo so far has a little bit more to be desired in one area or
just
another.
a little bit.
I was gonna say Sniper Dude and Avenger reaching on over to this side of the map to try to take on Jack and Npen. Avenger and Sniper Dude, they were landing on the eastern side of the map, almost triple contesting their drop. I thought they were maybe going to make their way on over towards Monkeyland because that is where they have been playing time in and time out, whether if it's a divisional
How the heck are your teeth that
or
strong to bite through glass? I mean, our teeth are strong, but to bite through glass?
Split drop here, you can see the 2 differences. Top of the mountain,
I don't
inside
know,
the house.
man.
And Teeks already getting a good amount of damage onto paper as he tries to make his way down.
Yeah, great amount of damage right there being secured. Rezi just opting to back up and get to the usual plan here for the loots. The opponents back off as well.
Get him off.
Anyway, Clicks, Higgs on the other side. Still, so far, no team has decided to give them any friction just yet. Everyone's somewhat sticking to their strategy, sticking to the game plan, if you will. It's a quick highlight, though. We're at the Sanctuary. Nice little elim here for Sinwatch.
Got Chimp over here on this side of the map. This side of the map is just so stacked. Even if you're uncontested, it's never easy to make your way on out. Chimp sees a battle in the distance, easily third parties it for a good amount of damage, forcing Ruins to go down
like a lot
low.
of them.
Catman get knocked all together. The team
Depends on
actually
how hard you're
officially
fighting down. I'm
eliminated
assuming you're
thanks to
fighting down
more
like
than one
hard.
team looking on over in this direction. It's not slowing down either. Zypta, Void making their way on over, hearing some of the noise, and they're just trying to figure out what is it all about.
I was gonna say, remember, Zypta and Void were just putting some shots onto paper in Rezi there, so interesting to see how many teams are willing to quickly rotate towards the Sanctuary to get in on the action here. In the end, though, everything seems to settle down now, Jacob.
Ooh.
Clicks and Higgs going to a different spot.
You know, they must have been listening to the stream. Zeke was like, I want elims. Kelly's saying 4 points per. We could probably see a different leaderboard if that's how it's going to be. Clicks and Higgs say, you know what? Things have been decided by less than 1 elimination. The majors have proven the last 3 all last year, Monster, were all decided by either 4 or less eliminations, proving that it could be the difference maker here, even with 2 wins, tied in first place with Cold and Rapid, who, guess what, Monster, have been picking up eliminations. So Clicks and Higgs trying to take a page out of their own playbook here, trying to go aggressive for the north side of the map instead of just sitting at Wonky Land and letting teams and damage pass you by.
I like it. It seems like this game, they had a bit of a different strategy. Obviously, early game fight's super important, but more importantly is they recognize, hey, the zone's right on top of us. So they kind of pull this card out of the books there. You'd love to see it. Back on over to Venno and Curve, also staying relatively dynamic. No lurk plays for this one. This is another just full-on clash happening here in front of us. Great tag so far. Curve thinking about going in for the shockwave there for a second. Oh, those are some big tags. Wouldn't be surprised if now's the time.
Yeah, I was about to say, now it's Shockwave. Shockwave, just thinking in my head, Curve does exactly that. Shockwave's over. Close the distance, reunites with Venno, trying to take 2 different approaches. Electro just trying to hold him off, but the persistence is there, not only from one, but both of these players. But Venno goes down. He enters into the box, 2v1. Electro and Ult get that elimination. Curve with no shield, honestly 55 HP, almost 1 shot away from going down. You know they're going to be on the chase.
They're coming in quick. Tyler and Chance are moving in fast as well here. Curve, though, doesn't get caught out by the visual audio cue there while he was eating pizzas. Lucky for him. And look, he actually had to ditch what was left of the box.
Playing pretty sneaky.
Just to stay low here. Take a look, though. We haven't seen Venno lose a fight like this here. Not today. He's been winning these for the most part, but Electro just connects with some big tags there.
Right before we went to the replay, Monster, I saw them stealing his pizza. Curve, man, how can you let them do that? But hey, sometimes you just gotta let them run away with it, or at least think they can, so that way you can hopefully get Venno back into the game. Consistency is definitely going to be key throughout the weekend. Yes, we do have our top 2, but you see a little bit of a gap start to open up from 3rd and down, and honestly, that's going to continue to be the case here for top 13 overall is what's going to make it to the Summit Land. So you see not just first place FNCS, not just the mountains of prize money, but just to keep your journey to globals alive.
You know, we were all curious on how Rituals and Ager's Storm Surge strategy was going to work out in the early game. So far, we haven't quite seen their definitive route, but we are seeing a little sample of it. Ager's just playing that high ground right now, looking to tag any teams in the general area who are boxing and or rotating around, and seem to be playing their drop very deep into the storm, and so far it's working for them, right? As they're finding themselves in the top 5. Peterbot, Boyo, different strat for them now. Playing the big base here as well. Last game, they were pretty much boots on the ground, keying into boxes and teams anywhere in the vicinity. But for all we know, Peterbot is looking to call a target.
Wonder what the map is going to look like in Season 3. Me too, honestly. Now thinking about it, I kind of do wonder what it's going to look like.
And Peterbot was kind of taking a little bit of a break. Players were looking at Clicks and Higgs saying they are the team to beat. Higgs is the best player in the game right now. Everybody was saying it's off season, it doesn't matter, Peterbot's not trying. Guess what? Divisional cups roll around, the same type of conversation continues to start up, and guess what? Peterbot shows up, he shuts down the talk. But now that FNCS is actually here, we got Clicks and Higgs proving that, hey, maybe teams were calling it a little early, but they could be right with the way they've been playing so far, but you have to watch out. Not only those 2 teams I mentioned, but Cold and Rapid as well. Rapid has been on an insane hot streak to start the year. He's even had a 2nd place in years prior with Higgs in a different tournament, so he has right now a good as chance as anybody else to probably win this tournament.
It's crazy when you think reputation, to have a reputation like Codes where it's like, don't worry, he's going to show up and do what he needs to do.
I don't know about Chrome. I don't know if they're going to do the Chrome again.
He is doing it so far
They
here
could,
again, we're only
but
3
I don't know if
games
they
in,
will or not.
Silly of us to call it, right? There's a lot of Fortnite ahead of us, and I'm sure we're going to see tons of adjustments, especially not only for the last 2 games, but leaning into tomorrow. Who's going to pick up their replays and come up with some new strategies? We will, of course, have to see that. Visual and Braids continuing somewhat of the pace, if you will, right? Game 1 was a victory. Obviously, the last 2, not quite so, but they've still managed to stay very much in the competition so far. They're looking like a shoo-in potentially for the land spot.
Yeah, I think that's one of the benefits of their drop spot here. A little bit of a split drop just outside of Dark Dominion. You see the Fun Factory, the Carmine Lodge. It's kind of the split in between the two. No matter where the zone actually pulls, they set up on that mountain, because whether it pulls north, south, east, or west, chances are teams are going to have to rotate through them, or at least the paths where they can get shots. And we tune into Curve, still forced to lurk around. They are just waiting for him there. Even when you can buy reboot cards, Curve is just left with very few choices here. As Avenger and Sniper Dude, I talk about them possibly making their return to Wonky Land. It wasn't at the start of this game, but they're still making their presence known over here.
Higgs clicks already looking to secure some eliminations right now. Again, nothing has come of it just yet. There's a team there. Obviously, Higgs is eyeing them up. I'm pretty sure they recognize there's that duo behind that wall there. Flix, though, has a lot to be desired when it comes to the overall loadout just so far. That material count looking a bit light. Comes the big super pad setup right now for Acorn and Bolts. They're playing this rotate through the dead side of the storm. They actually want to opt to stay in the storm. You can see the marker coming out there.
Yeah, and because we saw what Flix and Higgs, Sniper Dude, Avenger, even saw Cole and Madden all converging over towards Wonky Land, this is going to make it essentially a free rotation towards the western edge of the map. All the teams that could land those shots are already busy, focused on entirely something else. Just trying to stay alive, trying to get surge, so we should see Acorn and Bolts in a good position this game around. And better late than never in the second half of the day, trying to play catch up to what's been going on around you throughout the game so far. Listen and Aloe, same thing so far, 16 points. Half of those coming in this game alone, contested towards the new Sanctuary. They're able to pick up those 2 eliminations, and sometimes you just need a big moment like that to get things going.
As we're watching this, I'm still thinking about Curve, who was sitting at the reboot card while Electro and company were just lurking, holding it down. Talk about that team. You can see in the distance here, Threats actually putting down some shots onto them as they thought they were slick hiding out there. And for Threats and Veer, they might have just saved Veno's tournament here if that distraction's enough for Electro and crew to have to make a move.
Still relatively early, 1 tick, storm damage, plenty of time to decide. See, listen, Aloe rotating on over towards Sus Studios, one of the last teams. Say from this side of the map, you'd still do that a couple more over towards New Sanctuary, but they're just kind of making a pit stop here, healing up before they make their rotation on out. And you see the zip line, they're not necessarily going to carry that into the end of the game. They're just going to use it for right now. That way they can make this rotation just a little bit easier. As Penta spots an opportunity in the distance, he immediately goes after it.
This is crazy. Curve is actually 300 damage above the surge somehow. Still as a solo, it looks like he might have been putting up a strong defense against Zyfta there for a second. And now contemplating if it's time to go for the reboot, but of course he's going to make a quick pit stop here for the machine. See if he can pick up some heals to go in and sustain himself here in the storm. I mean, odds. What do you think the odds are looking like right now for Curve here?
I believe in Curve. I believe in Curve. I think he's the new era when it comes to NA Central. He's had some big moments in the past, even before teaming with Veno. It's just Neo, it's just lurking around. You see Noisy, you see Listen, you see Aloe. And so, yeah, you might think they have to go to zone, but for Curve, he's still being hunted down. Look at it in the mini-map. They might have spotted him out. You hear the shockwaves going off. First shot's going to connect on the Curve. The second one as well. Less than 5 HP. No. Time is not on his side to get the med kits off. Neo and Noisy. I'm not sure where they got a glimpse of Curve, but they really made that little moment count.
Yeah, Curve needed to just overbuild right there. Get a couple splashes out and try to survive. But unfortunately, he couldn't put up the offense needed. And they fall in 10th positioning now. That's going to be a really tough one to deal with now as we're in game 4, so we're getting deep into the tournament day 1 here. Rapid, on the other hand, just kind of healing up right now. Still haven't secured any new points here. Nothing fresh earned.
think that's the difference between Cold and Rapid and some of the other teams is they not only get all the gold, they don't necessarily wait to access the vending machine. They buy their med kits early, so it's much safer for them to sit up there and wait the storm.
I'm not even reading chat. I'm looking at something on my phone. I am so sorry. Imagine there's like more
Jargu and Carillion, one
land
elimination
thing
so far,
and a
600
mammoth,
damage above the
and the
threshold.
mammoth and the
Things
thunder
can
pump is
definitely
added.
change
But if the
on
mammoth
course
and
of
the
this
thunder pump is
rotation. You see
added,
them
that'd actually not be
rotating right
bad.
behind Agers and
And I
Ritual.
love
They make
the
a quick
tac
peek, try to get
pistol.
some damage. Don't really find too much
I don't know, the
success,
tac
but at
pistols,
least they keep themselves moving.
so the tac
Sphinx
pistol's
dropped
decent.
here on this moving zone right now. Muzz is getting chased here. They're looking to try to finish this one up. It might not have been their Elim, but they definitely had influence in it. You can see the loot just sitting here as the lobby all kind of focusing in here and now. Boy and Peterbot do have to be careful though not to end up like game 2, fully focused by the remaining lobby. And Muzz barely skates out of there. But you know, I wanted to say one thing about Cold and Rapid. Last game, they had no elims going into that end game, and then all of a sudden they just took off, rocketing their way straight up. So that is going to be where they shine the most so far. This game is looking exactly like that. Meanwhile, Agers and Ritual, though, Jacob here, are 50 damage below right now.
Yeah, first thing that popped in my mind as we tune in, uh-oh. Not where I expected this team to be going into FNCS. Constant struggles here for
I
Sturge,
carry
below the
SMGs more
threshold
than
for sure.
ARs now.
Depending on where the next zone
Depends
goes,
on what kind of
they might go up
SMG
the
you
side of the
have.
mountain, but
I
we
do
see
too.
solo players trying to work their way in. They do land a couple of shots, but it's going to say not necessarily enough to get above, but they do jump 65 damage above that threshold. Not enough to continue to hold that confidence, but for now it's them grabbing a breath of fresh air, letting the lobby kind of settle. They have almost a max pull, just like a few other teams, so they're just trying to pinpoint where they're going to start using those shockwaves to make them.
So a little glimpse of CDZ and Raven still in the game right now. This is their first mid-game that we've seen them develop in. But eyes are on Muzz right now. 40 damage above, no Sphinx in sight, still have at least earned themselves a single Elim this game, so it's not a 0-point game. It's a big shockwave here, though. He's got to find himself in a position to
Higgs just knocked himself to fall.
But no, look at this. Clicks and Higgs. Higgs is down. Clicks, no heals. Barely anything else to work with. He's got the damage, but he needs a siphon. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yo, Clicks just beamed him.
Kind of go crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Higgs is already down. You can see Clicks in his struggle here. He's already picked up the elimination. No, he does not make it over in time. Higgs goes down. That kind of leaves a lot of pressure.
Imagine Clicks with the solo clutch.
Top 34 monster. Placement points have yet to set in, so this is only a 4-point game so far for Clicks and that one elimination. You see he's looking for more opportunities. No shield, no HP, not
Clicks
even
with the
a
solo clutch.
shockwave to boost himself forward,
bro.
so he has to burn through his materials before he's eventually taken down. The back-to-back will not be a back-to-back-to-back.
Nope.
Yeah, and that was crazy for him to get the siphon right there to kind of stay in the game. It was looking like there was hope for a moment, but it's just not going to be enough. So down goes Clicks very early in this game before the positioning gets to get rewarded for the rest of the lobby. Cold and Rapid have a chance now to break away. Everyone else inside the top 10 has a chance now to jump up. Peterbot, Boyo need to take advantage of this opportunity. Muzz still holding on. Hey, don't count him out. He's in roughly top 6th or 7th there himself.
This is going to be a big moment right here. About Boyo just gearing up, ready, and I was just kind of thinking with Clicks and Higgs down, it's not only Cold and Rapid in which you were talking about, it's Agers and Ritual as well. It's about a 50-point gap between that first and second place tie, and Agers and Ritual are sitting in 3rd place. And so with only a 4-point game for Clicks and Higgs, they're definitely going to try to close that gap, hopefully try to take that top 2 spot after this game. Acorn and Bolts, a couple of speed bumps in their journey so far, but they're looking like here in the second half of the day, they finally figured out how to make things work, rotating underneath the bridge, but you can see not a lot of material or resources left on the Agers.
This is what they do best, though, finding eliminations right now. These big, pivotal moments here where placement points and elims are going to start propelling you up the standings. Cold and Rapid at the front side of zone, nothing to worry about right now. They're going to surely be breaking away here if they keep getting this amount of runway to work with. Cold shockwaves deep into the storm there. It was worth it. He picks up a bunch of extra heals, material, and everything else now. So Rapid and Cold, like we said, just at the start of this, have proven to be the strongest low ground team so far here in the lobby, and they're not switching up the strategy at all right now.
Yeah, they get the front side of the zone and immediately return back, starting to build up, giving them time to work with. Even with Acorn and Bolts trying to go ahead and shockwave over, they have a little bit of elevation advantage. Acorn and Bolts going to be stuck underneath. Quick couple of shots going to fire off in their direction. They're going to hold their position. 336 though, above the damage threshold. No real reason to peek, but they're just trying to build that
Chapter
cushion.
6 is the better. Is the better than Chapter 2, 3, and 4, and 5? No, I am no. Because you got to think, Chapter 2, you had the Midas season, the Marvel season. Chapter 3, we had Season 1 was great. I'll say that. Season 1 was amazing. That introduced like so many new things.
Inside the magazine there.
Yeah, like new movement, sliding, mantling, sprinting, combo. Then we had Zero Build, which saved Fortnite. Chapter 4, you gotta think we had. Yeah, Chapter 4, you gotta think we had good graphics, animals, or more animals, like we can ride them. The map was great, good graphics, everything. Chapter 5, I don't know about Chapter 5. I will say that might be better than Chapter 6. Chapter 6 might be better than Chapter 5.
Them going for high ground, which opens up an opportunity for anybody else if they're daring enough to take it. Reed and Cooper almost picking up an elimination. You can see the desperation in their materials, almost fresh out, and you see Reed going down, just kind of leaves Cooper by himself, trying to hide in that mist, make sure no one could see him, maybe pop off a big shot while he can. Cold and Rapid, though, this is their chance to extend their lead in first place. They were tied up when this game started. Now they're almost at 250 plus points.
Big pressure coming in
from
Acorn up above. That's almost
clicks in second them.
To send Cold back to the lobby, but the pressure's coming in. They see the mist as well, so that's why the shots are focusing in on them. And Bolt and Acorn are recognizing this is their immediate competition right here. This is the threat in the lobby. Who's daring to hold the second height? That's the team they want to send back. Great tracking so far. As now we get to see Braids and Visuals in the bottom right. So far, so good for them. They are slowly creeping their way back up the standings here. From that Game 1 Victory Royale to a strong Game 4 right here. They're positioned very well. They're just a couple elims away from being inside the top 3 now. Meanwhile, Jacob, look at this. Cooper is by himself here.
Yep, global champion here, forced into another clutch situation. Good damage, unfortunately enough, not enough to get the elimination. Would have been helpful for the Siphon. Wager Slepsy getting approached. They're forced to scramble outside of the box. They go 2 different directions, though. They don't necessarily have the strength in numbers anymore. Slepsy gets tagged up. Wagers goes down. Into the wrong box he goes, and what a perfect elimination for Cold. Only thing he was missing there was the HP. Now he picks up the Siphon.
They're so much ahead now. Maybe, I mean, maybe. Clicks and Hicks could pop off like they've been. Get like 2 or 3 wins. Not bad.
Problem if you were hoping Cold and Rapid were gonna fall early, well, guess what? They made it deep into the top 10. Now Rapid is gonna fall here, but Cold follows up. Clutches get the full elimination there too, and the Siphon keeps him in the game. Meanwhile, back to Acorn's perspective, just 30 mats now. That's not a winning amount of material just yet, so don't count them just in. But hold up, I'm still seeing Visuals alive. I'm seeing a lot of solos here, Jacob. This is not looking too hot for the low ground teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, Visuals' run comes to an end here. Madden goes down. Cole is still left alive, though. It's essentially solos versus duos up above. Veer and Cole down below. They're clashing. Bolts is ready to steal away the eliminations. Remember, 4 points per. Those eliminations could be the difference, but Cole is able to get the elimination onto Veer. That's 4 more points for them, but he's in a tough situation against Acorn, against Bolts, front side of the zone.
Chapter 6 and 3 is really good because
case, and they're ready to
3 added sprinting.
No
Chapter 2
instant retakes for you as
added
Bolts trying to make a mad
really good
dash.
RS.
Only chance to make it
Chapter
in
1
towards the zone.
added
He gets
behind
coned
Game
off again, and that opportunity goes
We gotta
out the
think,
window. Acorn and Bolts
Chapter
have finally
5
woken up here in the second
introduced
half of the game to take the VR.
And if you was looking
Rocket Racing, Ballistic, Lego, Festival.
Coming into this game, Acorn and Bolts do it in game number 4 there, Zeke.
You see?
Like, you gotta think about that though.
You see, it
Just
all,
the,
every time you think like, oh,
I don't
it's
know.
all good. Like,
it's kind of hard to compare
game,
the chapters. You got good ones and you got bad ones.
We knew going into that game that 210 was tied at first.
They end with 211, so we know they're probably going to be in the top 5, if not even higher up the leaderboard. Oh my gosh. Acorn and Bolts, let's go. Like the casters point out, they are alive. Guys, this is a live situation. Everything is going crazy.
It is going quite crazy right now, but I do love to see Acorn and Bolts, as we heard Jacob say, finally wake up right now. And it did seem like in that game, a lot of our top teams were struggling a little bit, potentially going down. So that top 5, as you're saying, Zeke, it's quite possible, Vivid.
Crazy stuff. Obviously, we did see, unfortunately, a couple of our top teams, those that are typically found on the high ground over here on this region, did go down early. So good recognition there for
yes and
Bolts
no.
to realize, hey, listen, high ground might be our opportunity to kind of go up there. And as soon as they secured high ground, they never lost it for a glimpse. So great work from Acorn and Bolts to kind of go ahead, take the higher ground. And I got to tell you, this game,
Yo, who's winning? Clicks and Pete.
are kind of calling out
Pete,
all the
I don't know how
solos,
Pete's doing.
everybody
I'm
was
gonna pop
kinda
the
tearing
leaderboard real
themselves
quick.
apart all on the low ground. I don't know what happened to this lobby, but it's like everybody ran out of mats super fast. There was even like a minute left to this game before the storm
So we got
fully closed in.
Clicks and third.
And the final
Yeah,
elimination
Peterbot
comes in.
and
This was a
Foil, they are
early
in.
win here for Acorn and Bolts,
Holy crap.
ending themselves there
Yo.
with 211 points after that game. That one is
Yo.
going to put them in the race.
Guys,
Where's Peterbot and
I got a sneak
Foil?
peek. I got a sneak peek of the standings.
Oh, they're in 6.
Are you guys ready to find out?
But they're getting
where they
beat.
are?
That's crazy.
We'll have to wait till after this break. When we
There it is.
return, we'll take a look at the standings. They're in the top 5, but you're going to be surprised yet again. See you soon.
Read from the top down. Oh, top. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, you see this, and then yeah. Then we got these ones. Hello? I don't know where he went, bro. He's still in the chat. Yeah? I couldn't hear you? Oh, I muted for a second. I had to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze in the mic. Who's last place? No offense, but who is last place? NPen has 0 points. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's bad. Wait, they've missed 2 games. It's blurry as fuck, but I can't read the leaderboard. Okay, we know that this guy's name is Nut. Read it to me. So first place we got Cold and Rapid. Second place we got Visuals and Braids. Third place we got Clicks and Higgs. Peterbot and Poyo are in 6th. There you go. You want to know if Clicks and Peterbot were winning? That's who's winning. How the fuck is that blurry for you, bro? Yeah, search. Improve your quality, bro. How is that blurry for you? I literally just went to my stream and it's not blurry, bro. Well, I just blocked, by the way. Probably for you. Okay. Probably in 480, go to 720. Is 720 the max? Yo, is 720 the max? Oh my gosh, wait. That is, wait, okay, I just clicked the wrong thing. Oh, I'm 1080 right now. I don't know what you are on. I was about to say, is 720 the max, bro? That's bad.
5. But it's just a little more complicated than that because you see they're currently in 4th place because if we look up the standings, Clicks and Higgs, even though they had a rough game there, they still managed a handful of points. Visual and Braids in that game as well managed to find themselves points with a 5th place and 4 elims, and look all the way at the top. Cold and Rapid. Oh my gosh, guys. This is as unpredictable as it gets. To see Visual and Braids, we'll start with them, to come out with a game like this, a 5th place, 4 elims. We're starting to hit that consistency factor right now, Kelly. It's looking really good for them.
Yeah, this is definitely what Visuals and Braids is known for. We saw them do this all throughout last year with Aminished. They are doing such a good job with consistency, and especially being able to be consistent on the low ground when you have huge names like Cold and Rapid running through it. They're playing this so smart and so safely, kind of sticking to the back end of front zone, or the back end of low ground, instead of staying to the front, which is where all the chaos is. But we've got to talk about it. Cold and Rapid now with a 51-point lead over 2nd place. And you said that we couldn't have predicted it, but I got a tweet that I sent out earlier or not a tweet, but a text that I sent out earlier that Cold and Rapid are going to end in 1st place in day 1. You all can quote me on that right now, because Cold and Rapid, honestly, when we saw how they've been doing during the scrims, some of these solo clutches that Cold's been able to pull out, I knew that he was locked in. And sure enough, Vivid, we are seeing them today. Show everyone up. You can say that Cold maybe hasn't played in the last few months, but it doesn't matter because he's playing now.
Yeah, I think the big storyline here in this game is that we did see, going into this game, that Cold and Rapid was tied with Clicks and Higgs. With Clicks and Higgs kind of going down early, only able to pick up 4 points. This was their big opportunity to go ahead and create some sort of a lead on our leaderboard. And as you can see right there, they picked up that 6th place, 4 eliminations. And I got to tell you, looking at their games right now, they have yet to place worse than 8th place in any of these games. So just playing incredibly well. But yeah, because of how well they're playing, they've got that lead, 266 points, about a 50-point lead now for them.
That's scary territory, right, Viv? That's scary territory because, yes, with a single game, right, we can close that gap, no problem, but they are now firing on all cylinders, right? Cold and Rapid, like you said, have not placed outside of 8th place. They literally have nailed consistency right here, right now, in just day number 1. Kelly, if we continue this trend, they will pull away, right? If we just get 2 more games like this, that's not going to be a 50-point lead. That could be over 100 points.
That's true. And just the storylines that are coming out, Acorn and Bolts, after winning that game, also climbing up the leaderboard right now. Wouldn't it be just so fitting to have Cold and Acorn fighting for 1st place in Major number 1 instead of it being Peterbot and Clicks? I would just love for that story to develop. Also, Rapid and Bolts are also 2 teammates that have a lot of similarities as well, or former teammates that have a lot of similarities as well, joined by Cold and Acorn. So maybe we're focusing on the wrong story right now, Vivid.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a possibility. Speaking about like Peterbot and Pollo, they'd go down early that game as well, which is, another one of those teams that we do expect to see on the high ground, which again, Acorn and Bolts kind of found it a little bit of a breeze to kind of sit up there on the high ground that game. But even though they went down early, Peterbot and Pollo, they're still in 6th place right now. So like Zeke mentioned, one game kind of closed the gap immensely. But right now, about 100-point difference between 1st place and 6th. So that's the difference between Cold and Rapid and Peterbot and Pollo. So a lot of ground to make up if they want to, return to the competition at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, man. It's looking different, right? Like,
Why are we arguing in the chat? I get back and everyone's arguing in the chat. Bro, Elijah, it's not spelled with a Z.
Something goes wrong.
All caps, by the way.
These duos are making is pushing them closer or farther
oh,
up
it's
that
Surge,
leaderboard,
not
right? Because in this situation, one thing goes wrong, and now
I've had my brain skip to the S.
and that allows the rest of the lobby to catch up. That allows Cold and Rapid to move further away from us, right? Like, it's so crazy how just these micro decisions that the players are making, Kelly, is like, it's either gonna make or break their game right now. And right now, more than ever, we can't be allowing that to happen.
No, and it's something that you can kind of expect to happen, even with insane consistent players like Agers and Ritual. They got 21st place, they got 17th place. They're known for being incredibly consistent. So if you look at, teams, regardless of how they perform beforehand, I think what we need to look at is how, once they have a bad game, like a lot of our top teams did in game number 4, how do they recover? Because we know emotions can run high, and a lot of our top teams are very emotional players. And I think when it comes down to emotion, Ritual and Agers are able to stay cool, calm, and collected. So I think although they might not have had kind of the game 2 that we saw them have, that they are definitely not out. And in fact, even with a 21st and a 17th place, they're in 5th. So they're doing just fine.
Man, I like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, look. We got 2 games left to go. And remember, this isn't the end, right? We just have 6 games to prepare ourselves, to kind of lay the groundwork, and then we come back tomorrow for the last 6. And that's where we're going to claim an Axe of Champions, and the top 13 move on to the summit with 2 games left to go. These duos, pressure's on. They need to make sure they're doing everything they can to move up that leaderboard and secure these points. Casters, let's get ready for game 5.
Man, Cold and Rapid are on such a hot streak right now, Monster. I'm not sure what anybody in the lobby has to do to slow them down. They land mid-map. They get a chance at a Mythic. They had Rapid IGLing, who's on the insane streak to start the year.
Yeah, and one thing that we're noticing is they're taking their time. So let's see how game number 5 shapes up for this wonderful team.
Now, we had a tie to start last game. Now we have Cold and Rapid with a 51-point lead. Visuals and Braids in second. Clicks and Higgs 1 point down from there in third, with Acorn and Bolts. Big victory royale in that last game, bursting them into the top 5. And this is where it starts to get interesting, Monster. As we said, 2 games left. Where you end on day 1 really plays a part in how you get to play out day 2.
Yeah, no one's played perfect so far, other than Cold and Rapid's incredible level of consistency so far. You know, and you would think by now, because of how slow they play that early game, they might have surge issues. So with these next 2 rounds, let's see if that strategy continues to hold up. Meanwhile, Naves and Tex make quick work of paper. It looks like off the drop, just besting them there. So things are looking good. Empen and Jack found themselves obviously here in the finals today, finally making good use of the opportunity.
I just gave you like 45 cents. You're welcome. What the heck?
Nicely done, putting themselves on the board here. Jack and Empen now just have to finish up Avenger here on the outskirts. Gotta run for it.
They're gonna have to find him first, but he shockwaves in their direction, trying to get out. He's hoping to hit the rift here. Even if he does, it just puts him in the sky right now, and almost looks like Jack's persistence there is gonna make sure they clean up that elimination. That's their second one on the board. And it's gonna be raining loot for a little bit, so I got
Plus a
plenty
free
of time
dollar.
to pick that one.
Back on over to Electro. Ulk, we know that this was, of course, the team that kind of threw Veno and Curve for a loop after getting Veno early. No, Veno and Curve did get
how's Bucky
their
doing?
game out, but not exactly at the pace that they probably would have liked. Either way, can Veno and Curve find their way back on the tracks here and push themselves up the standings? It's yet to be said.
Dude, Bucky's at 29, bro.
Noisy still in the competition right now, but Neo finds that elimination right there. They're at 110 points here, Jacob. Actually doing surprisingly well so far.
Yeah, and that sometimes all you got to do is keep yourselves within a certain point gap, right? For some players, it's for first players. For others, it's that simple top 13. And right now, if you look at the leaderboard, there's still plenty of games left to go, of course. It's Aviv and King at 136 points, so they're not far off from that threshold, which is a spot at the Major One Summit, Dusseldorf, Germany. And that's why you see teams kind of trying to switch things up. As others taking it a much faster approach, others slowing things down. And for Power, already knows that Penta's gone, no builds. That means these next couple of shots, if he does run into either one of these 2 people, are going to be some of the most important shots in his entire tournament so far.
Most definitely will. So off he goes, just trying to lurk about here. Zifta and Void obviously watching the exits. Nothing coming about just yet. Meanwhile, Veno Curve back to the lurk. It's just like clockwork for them. Veno might have missed his opportunity though, as Ulk was right there in front of him. Still has Electro here to the side though. Electro doesn't even know he's by.
God, that aim, Veno.
Has to open fire there. Not the biggest opener that he was looking for, but Curve's already playing a side angle.
Oh,
Ulk
Did he
not
see
see
him?
Curve.
Oh, he didn't.
This is going to be one of the biggest lurks right now. It's almost like flip-flop of what they've been doing with Veno approaching close, Curve being in the distance. Chaos Reloader here. Just 1 second of distraction. Nice shot onto Ulk. Curve now fighting off more than he can chew, though. Instead of getting full-on aggressive, getting the box, he approaches from another angle, trying to keep pressure on the Electro, not wanting to let him heal. Veno doing the same thing, but it's only going to be a trade in shots between Ulk down below as Curve finishes off the elimination there onto Electro. Now it's going to be a 2v1 situation that does not last long. This is Veno and Curve. This is their get back from that last game.
That puts him at 3 eliminations right now. A very strong start here. Again, elims are rewarded so much more in the current format. You love to see it. Back with Higgs and Clicks, man. This is tough, right? Because now they have to make up for the lead that they lost, and they pretty much handed up on a platter to Cold and Rapid there in the last game.
Done pretty well now.
Past couple of games, zone going in their favor, up towards the north, close by Wonky Land. So see how they handle the pressure if the zone pulls away in the last 2 games. Maybe they can actually utilize the wheel to try to rotate in. But at least they don't have a first place target on their back like Cold and Rapid might. Center of the map is Reet and Cooper. You can see them straying away from Latte Landing, doing what some of the other teams are doing. One person is kind of on a hill, trying to distract shots from the distance, while Cooper is just trying to walk up, hide the audio visual, and get a sneaky shot. Yes, it's going to be the Thunderburst on the QK. No knock just yet, but that in its own mind is a little bit of a success for Cooper and Reet.
First surge?
Oh, for sure. Mistakes were made from QK.
I don't know.
Even a sidewall open there, allowing them to just get free tags there. He didn't even realize where the shots were coming from for a second there. Saw the hesitation on the builds.
I don't think he's in chat no more,
QK
though.
Contract have also earned a fair amount of points, right? These are all teams that can still jump their way into top 13. Back on over to Cold right now, who clearly is in top form here. And they're just ahead of the pack by over 50 points right now.
Down goes NPen.
Really respectable tournament run so far. Jack and NPen, though, not looking too hot. We're started off super strong for them, earning some points now. NPen, though, lost in the exchange outside of the Latte Landing. Madden and Cole are going to come out ahead there. Jack is forced to retreat, and he's going straight into Reed's team, so he does have to be careful.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't have the timing there. For Reet and Cooper, who've almost done something different every single game so far in terms of how they've been rotating into some of these zones, so it's easy to catch a couple teams off
Clicks and Higgs, close to second place. Need 1 point away from second place.
250 points, sitting
Well,
in
2
second
points,
place. This split drop outside of Dark Dominion. Just like I said in one of the previous games, no matter where the zone goes, they're more than likely going to be center map on top of a hill. So it gives them the luxury to kind of sit here. Yes, they might have to tank some storm damage, but every team in this game rotating in from the east, rotating from the south, will have to pass by visuals and raids, which gives them at least an opportunity to start accumulating that damage.
Better now than later. For Bolts, Acorn, back to the high ground they go. This is their trusty strat.
Max mats on everything. Bolts.
Again, they started off pretty slow, right? We were looking at them like, okay, so decent game 1, and then things kind of fall off pace, but
oh, they're looking at Clicks and Higgs.
Monsters come back all of a sudden now. They are up in that 200-point threshold. And look at this. They got eyes on Clicks and Higgs from up top. You would think that'd be out of render distance, but they could just barely pick up the names there. Meanwhile, Peter Bot doing the same thing. Has Pollo down low. He's kind of playing the base here. He's continued to do this as well, being the kind of the sniper in the tower for the duo.
Not the one farming.
Some of the best aim in the game. You kind of see why. Connects with 2 tags there, 40 damage. It all adds up over time. Some extra heals not too far away, and then the mending machine down below. And with the zone pulling in their favor, Monster for Peterbot and Pollo, they have options to rotate. They can shockwave, they can walk it in, or simply hit that rift that's not too far off next to them. They're going to have kind of pick of the litter, essentially, about where they actually want to end up after this next zone.
Backing over Threats and Veers. Highlight here.
And
catching a free elim onto
didn't even touch that girl around.
Liquid in the distance, too. Meanwhile, Minish, Javi here. Based out, camped out right now. 152 points so far, on pace to send themselves to another LAN event here. Javi would be his first. Exciting times. But look at this, Jacob. Threats and
Oh
Beard
my
trying to
gosh.
finish what they started over here.
Rightfully so. You know, you get that one elimination. Yeah, you can rotate the zone, let him reboot. Maybe you can go ahead and try to attack that later. They just don't want to get beamed for free trying to rotate on out. They create some distance. Now they start using the shockwave, so Threats and Beer continue on with the rest of their game, which gives hope for Liquid to try to get his teammate back in. Hopefully they have some gold. There is a free mending machine or some scraps all around they can try to access. Only time will tell, though, how well they're able to make this game count with only 2 left.
What?
Curvin.
Look at their elims.
What?
What's going on?
Okay, so we got Electro Oak. Maybe Tyler Chance. They got a little.
Maybe
What?
Tyler Chance.
I'm not gonna say what went wrong, but like what went right for Venno and Curve since the last time we saw them. And honestly, depending on how much damage they take, they might not have to worry about Surge for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that's crazy. 6 eliminations. Obviously, I'm more impressed by the amount of points they've managed to earn after coming up short last game. So they're on their way back up to the top. Meanwhile, QK Contrap just a sleeper duo so far as you know how well they've been able to play for what it's worth, right? This is their first time in this level of competition, going against this level of competition, and they seem to be holding their weight just fine.
I like them not overstaying their welcome, knowing they're gonna have to rotate on out. I wouldn't say the farthest pool by any means, but it is gonna start getting more and more drastic as more and more teams crowd that edge of the zone. You already see a few in their path, so I don't think they're going to be leaving the zone itself anytime soon, maybe rotating towards the north. You see another team in the mini-map towards the outskirts trying to do just that, maybe trying to utilize the Latte landing launch pad, but that one's still locked down by Reet and Cooper on this side of the map. Even with them having rotated in just yet, it's almost no worry when they finally make that play.
Cooper, Reet have the nice high ground here as well, but the zone is already pushing them out. I was gonna say, really not many opportunities to find teams either. You can see the remnants of other bases and whatnot. They were probably hoping to see a little bit more
My user has
activity
23.
rotating through here, but
Yeah, I don't know
might just
either.
be a wrong decision for them. Meanwhile, Carillion and Jargo set up the ambush here. Find Aloe rotating behind what looked to be an abandoned base, but no sir. Had this duo still sitting in it.
Darko hasn't healed yet. It almost seemed like they had some extras there to try to get the HP back on up. But timing, sometimes is of the essence. Beating other teams to a rotation is going to be important to jump back on board Khan and QK. 243 below the damage threshold. You're going to see why they're getting aggressive in this moment outside of zone. It's Listen on the other side. Even if they get the full damage from Listen, there's a chance they're still below the damage threshold here. So depending on how long this fight continues to go, how much Listen actually heals, they're still going to be in a tough spot, but at least they're trying to take it while they can. Continue to close off any exits, take control of the pieces, spotted out Listen again, and instantly going right to the top of those builds. First and second shot is going to connect for Khan, but as I said, still below the damage threshold.
Yeah, nice clean elimination there, but they definitely need more damage here. Carillion in the distance there, kind of listening to the fight go down. Meanwhile, Muzz and Sphinx have built their own additional layer straight across the fortress's edge. This is the first time we've seen an endgame position up here, and look at this. It's going to pull right on top of them for the 50-50. It's a perfect spot to be in. 244 above, not too bad. I think they'll be probably just fine, so long as they don't do anything too rash here. This is actually a really good spot for Sphinx and Muzz to be in.
Especially rotating in early on towards their west. There is going to be the rift. It's out of zone for now, but depending on where the zone continues to pull, you can see a rift in the end game, creating some unique strategies to go on over to Clicks and Higgs, chopping their tower out just so they can do the long one. You see them attaching on over. They're going to glide their way in. Peterbot and Boyo waiting for the moment to try to get some tags out of the sky, and then they could easily just mimic that same rotation. Choice is definitely theirs because they can go ahead and do it on foot as well, but for now it just seems like they want to make the fast and easy glide into the zone.
Yeah, definitely, but lucky for Clicks and Higgs, the way they set it up, it sends them so far up, they do end up getting out of that render distance there. Peterbot, Boyo now are going to send themselves straight into the new zone. We'll see where they end up landing. The fact that they're on this same kind of warpath here means they might just end up colliding here shortly. Keep close tabs on them. Jumping in with Encrypted and H-Cube again. Another team we haven't quite got to see much of their journey. However, they have been very much competitive here on the standings. 138 points here is nothing to be upset about this late into the tournament here. Game 5 right now is in front of us. 98 below though, Jacob. They're hoping to find teams rotating out from outside the zone, but there's no one in sight. They are quite literally the last ones on the edge here.
And this is where the mind games start to play, because you saw the leaderboard when it pops up. They are the line in terms of top 13 going to the Major 1 Summit. They are the team currently to beat. So going down here, especially with 1 game left and a whole day tomorrow, leave you with a bunch of regrets in the back of your mind. See multiple teams rotating in. Yep, Peterbot Boyle below the damage threshold monster.
Yeah, I saw that lightning come down as soon as we were panning over. 42 below now. Couple tags get put in there, but Peterbot and Boyo have a lot to deal with right now. Pressure's on, not only for them not being as comfortable as they normally are this late into a tournament run, but also now having to deal with the surge. Already though, you saw there, Clicks Higgs to the south, other teams in between them. Great tags here putting onto the solo player in front of him. Power has to deal with that too. He doesn't get a shot off though, so it's going to be pure positive for them. But tags coming in from top. Someone might have jumped into the box. I thought for a second there. Even Peterbot shot his own teammate, not sure of what was going on. And the surge is just a lot to deal with now. Here comes another lobby focus. But luckily they get just enough here onto Raven and CDZ to keep them above the surge. It's not for long though.
Yeah, it's like a miracle right now, one after the next. You don't necessarily hear that someone's taking these ticks of Storm Surge Monster, but you hear the shields getting cracked when it does that much damage. I think teams all around them getting a huge signal here of what's going down. They're just trying to take part, make their jobs that much harder here in terms of survival, but they're constantly on the lookout. Peterbot Boyo connect with a few shots, yes, barely above 29. They're going to increase that just a little bit, 69 above the damage threshold. It's not a feeling of safety here, but for them, exactly that. We're going into the next zone. It's a moment of fresh air, but instantly the wind gets sucked out of their lungs here as they fall 60 below yet again.
Well, for a team like this, that's all you need, right? Just a little moment here, and they do have some heals to work with, but the clock is ticking. 30 seconds remaining. Duo's right up above them. Into the box. Boyo goes. He hits one monster's tag, gets the knock, and Peterbot's here to back him up. The zone does the rest, and just like that, 2 more elims, and they are safe for now. Big heals to be found as well. Now the Chug only has 40 in it, but that is plenty considering where they just left off from. Meanwhile, we pan over to the other side. Visual Braid still in the running. Clicks and Higgs there in the distance too. Much different story for our second and third place leaders here. 99 above for them, so things are just on pace, but the pressure is starting to slow creep here. But look at this, Clicks and Higgs might be going for another high ground positioning.
Yeah, this is actually a smart rotation by them. We saw Bucky down, rolling around at the bottom. Zen was trying to save, but Visuals and Braids were pushing up. Instead of focusing any pressure in that direction, they immediately rotate to zone. Jump on board Rapid, less than 25 HP. Luckily, he has Cold by his side, holding on to those builds, making sure they don't get pushed for free. It's actually separated right now. They're in 2 different boxes. That would have been a perfect time to strike onto Rapid, but Cold is looking through the cone, gathering information, waiting for Rapid to make the rotation on over into the same box. Meanwhile, he finds another big elim onto Magma. This is how you create moments instead of waiting for them.
That timing couldn't have been better, and Cole's got the right idea. He's thinking this guy has to get knocked somewhere close by, but unfortunately is going to be out of reach, and they could have used that little bit of loot right there, but the fact that Cold and Rapid have managed to kind of found a stable ground here, that's going to be a problem for the standings. Meanwhile, Visual and Braids is like the sleeper duo we're not talking enough about right now. They have just remained so competitive, and while all eyes are on Cold, Rapid, Clicks, Higgs, Peterbot, Boya, you have Visuals and Braids slowly working their way up the standings as well.
Yeah, they didn't even really look up at high ground. They know how many teams like to go up there. They said, you guys can have it. We're going to wait and find these perfect eliminations down below as another one spotted out onto Wagers. No Slepsy in this game, which means that team is fully eliminated out of the game. Braids and Visuals are continuously heating up here in this game. Peterbot as well. I did see Preston go down, luckily we get a huge view of how Peterbot and Boy were able to pick up another elimination.
I like he captures Preston, opens it, and Preston tries to jump out the box immediately. Just never know. Meanwhile,
Clix
Higgs
gets
and
tagged.
Clix taking Storm to get some
Ooh,
ultimate
Clix is getting
positioning here, but
keyed.
Clix gets collapsed on by
No.
Dozier and Eshu, and just like that, he is slightly out of position, but so is Acorn too. Higgs tries to break the bills there. It's Bolts who goes up for a cheeky little high ground play there, and it's
Clix gets
all up to
knocked
Higgs
and
now to try to
finished.
play this out for positioning here. This is going to be close, but hey, he's got this mountain,
Come
which
on,
is
Higgs.
all natural elevated here to work with. Dozier,
on.
Ishu know that they've taken one out from the top. Up they go. Peterbot and Boyo bounce their way back into the game now. 5 eliminations for this team, and finally now big placement points are being earned here.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the last couple of minutes, you would almost not even know Peterbot and Boyle were such in a drastic situation, forced to literally fight their way out. Cold and Rapid as well. They finally reunite into the same box, but they're getting pressured on the other side. Rapid's trying to hold on for dear life. Cold is there. They're just trading shots back and forth, but Rapid is taking most of that brute force. Luckily for him, Cold is there, just trying to push that team further and further out towards the zone. There's really no time for Rapid to heal. He has to make this rotation with barely a sliver of HP before him and Cold once again reunite on the front side of the zone.
Cold is just playing so well. He is taking like no damage while all this is happening. Meanwhile, Peterbot and Boya, if you blink, you missed it. They went up for high ground. They contest the team. They take down Dozier and Eshu. Eshu's already knocked here. Peterbot now shockwaves down to connect with his teammate, and they are on high ground looking to make up for lost time. 7 eliminations and going. Meanwhile, Cold continuing to find Elims
They might
as
actually
well.
get a win.
It's all a runaway train though if you are
Oh.
Rapid and Cold here.
But
Oh my
Ritual
gosh,
Agers,
Peterbot
they
got
made a
beat.
play for a high ground and they get the knock onto Peterbot. Nobody is now solidified as that team up above. Cold is even trying to retake it. Rapid shockwave up. One team's loss is another team's game, but they get chopped yet again. Agers and Ritual, the persistence is there. They're ready to fight for it all. That fight for that first place spot on the leaderboard, doesn't matter who's in their path. They're ready to bulldoze their way out of the lobby.
It's only a matter of time before someone else gets a victory royale, but then you have Visual and Braids here at 8 eliminations. Again, the team that no one is talking about is running things on the mid ground. Make it 9, make it possibly even 10 here in the coming moments. Meanwhile, Cold is on the ultimate low ground, no mass, nothing to work with, and he is just earning placement points. The one thing that's holding him back from really breaking away here, and now he's inside the top 6, and another elim is all his.
Yeah, the zone passes over Cold, allows him to cut back onto Carillion. Now he has another player in his line of sight, which is Madden, but there's still duos in his path as well. Visuals and Braids. These are all heavy hitters that are looking to end the run of first place here.
I don't
but he
want to know
gets
that,
fit
Elijah.
overall. Cold and Rapid continue the hot streak, but there's only 2 duos left alive. Visuals and Braids, winners of game 1. Agers and Ritual inside of the top 3. They get that first knock onto Visuals. Braids falls shortly after. Agers and Ritual take the game.
In a great fashion there too, but
Their
Visuals
second-
and Braids
wait,
now
maybe
is
second
second
win?
place. They already won a game here today. What more can
Second
you
win.
ask of these teams? It is a who's who in the end game here for game number 5 there, Zeke.
FTF, the chaos. It's too much. I cannot believe it. There is just so much packed into these games, man. There's just people overdriving in the air, fighting each other, contesting height, fighting on the front side of the zone, bottom zone, mid zone. It doesn't matter. There's chaos everywhere. But in this moment, Agers and Ritual have found themselves
Clix
a
and Higgs in second,
victory
Peterbot and
royale
Boyle
in
in
game
third. They
number
came
5.
up. Oh
And
my
in
gosh.
the process, took down the Titan that is Peterbot.
Dang.
Kelly, I feel like if that doesn't give me a boost of confidence, I don't know what will.
Yeah, I need to apologize. I was kind of questioning how Agers and Ritual were in 5th place with a 21st and a 17th. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize. Clearly, your placements are not an issue because you're walking away with a victory royale in
Holy
game number
crap.
5. And you're talking about the chaos, Zeke. You're
One
talking about how we
last
weren't able to
game.
really follow along.
See who
Well,
wins
they
it.
were kind of able to just forego all of the chaos, Vivid. Agers and Ritual just kind of allowed themselves to sit in the mid ground, saw all the chaos happening on the high ground, and then waited for everyone to kind of get that out of their system before they went for high and then able to hold it.
Yeah, patience being key here for the duo. Yeah, all that chaos, I couldn't even keep up what was happening. We had solo clutches going on. Low ground was fighting for
Solo
this. High ground
clutches
was
going
fighting for that. And yeah, at the end of it all, Agers and Ritual somehow not only impressively like got the win, but got it as a duo. Sometimes when those games get so chaotic, it's really, really hard to stay healthy as a duo. But from the high ground, it was easy for them to do, and they got that game win. And I can only imagine what the leaderboard is going to look like.
Oh man, one game left to go, Viv. When we return after this short break, we'll start taking a look at that leaderboard. We'll start setting things up because remember, we have 6 games today, and then after the 6 tomorrow, we are crowning champions. Fortnite fam, we're gonna take a step away. When we return, we'll prepare ourselves for the last game of the day.
Kind of sounds good.
See you in a bit.
Dang. We got Clicks and Higgs in second. Top leaderboards up here. We got. Why did I not pop up? Oh, I wrong thing. Gosh dang it. So we got Cold and Rapid in first. Clicks and Higgs in second. Peterbot and Poyo surprisingly came back up again after being in 6th place. I think up and down. They're in 3rd place now with 224 points. Hey, French Fries says it's solo. You're just weird if you don't like French fries. But we got Threats in Veer in 4th. Visuals and Braids in 5th. Then Acorn and Bolts in 6th. Is NPen? NPen is not doing so. Who is these people? Who are these 2 people? Because they are not. Like, what? But NPen, bro. He's like 2nd to last. Dude. He's just here. Is at this point, bro, he's just here. Blake and Preston, 50 points. Backy, wow, I said Backy. Bucky. And then it's crazy how Bucky is this good of an OG and equality grants. It's crazy. I was wearing the TG hat. Dang, bro. Alright. I'll look at not Fortnite. I'd say Yamzo. Oh, Yamzo didn't qual.
Fun. Swear it's a vibe if you just catch one with me.
Yamzo and them didn't qual? Where's Bucky? Bucky is in. I'm surprised Zen and Bucky are doing that good. Yeah, bro. I'm surprised. Yeah, Bucky is 31st. Dang.
And then as soon as you start walking out of the casino,
He's got
you
30
just go,
seconds.
You say, one more
What?
hand, one more hand.
Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, well, I basically do too. Minecraft. Aussie Antics. Wait, why do I have ads? I shouldn't have ads. What? Oh my gosh. Surprise. Oh, I've already read it. Surprise Zen and Bucky are doing this well. I am low-key surprised that they're doing this well. Zen is improving. Bucky is too, bro. After taking that big of a break like Bucky, he's doing pretty good.
Fortnite fam, welcome back to the FNCS. This is Major 1. This is day 1. Kelly, don't laugh. I'm panicking. I'm stressing. Much has developed after this last game. In case you just tune in, maybe you're just like, oh man, I've had a long day coming in. I'm watching the FNCS. Welcome. Happy that you're here. Game 5 went the way of Agers and Ritual, which is massive for the duo. They ended with 267 points. As we take a look at those standings, this now puts them in 4th place. This is huge for them. Now, we only have a single game left to go here.
What?
I don't know how, but Cold and Rapid continue
Wait, what
to
leaderboard
hold
was I
on.
looking
They
at?
just continue to just find these
I
little
never refreshed
consistencies,
it.
these
I never
they just chain
refreshed
together
it. Oh my
these
gosh, I'm so
situations,
dumb.
Kelly, and it's enough,
Bucky and the
right? A
Zorns
5th place, 6
are
elims,
doing better than
and
ever.
still they are ahead of
I
the
never
pack. It's only
refreshed it,
20
bro.
points, but if we
Oh
just
my
keep
gosh.
doing that, right, we just stay ahead of everybody else.
No, you keep saying, I don't know how, and then you explain exactly how. They're constantly making it into the end game. They haven't placed below 8th. They have 30 eliminations, which is more than anyone else in the lobby right now. Cold and Rapid are completely locked in, and this is exactly what I wanted to see at the end of day 1. We can talk about all the other teams right now. There's so many narratives to go on, but to see Cold and Rapid, a team that, for whatever reason, people, I say for whatever reason, it's because Cold, for whatever reason, doesn't play Fortnite all the time, and you gotta wonder if he did play as much Fortnite as some of these other players, like a Peterbot or a Clicks, just how much even better he would be, Vivid.
It's crazy watching back some of the replays from that game. You can see a lot of the times how close their game is to being over, right? They were kind of walking around on the mid-ground layer. They had 0 builds to their name, and that was
is Oatly
16,
EU?
right? There was 16 teams.
Is Oatly EU? Yeah, is Oatly EU? Which one? Finals, day 2, day 1. Yeah, day 2, we don't know yet. I think Oatly didn't qual. And he couldn't have. Ranked leaderboard. Showdown. I'll take a showdown. Okay, that's home. Oh, events. I think he's EU. Oatly is OCE. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, day 1. Dude, of course Alex is in first, bro. Alex is crazy, bro. Oatly. Well, I typed Oatly's name wrong. I forgot he joined an org. But freaking Alex, bro. First place for Alex. That is crazy. How much time do I have left? 2 minutes. Okay, we're fine. I don't I don't think Oatly qualified, bro. What about EU? How did EU do? I watched a little bit of EU. EU. Okay, we got Sky and Scroll. Where's Shark, bro? Is Shark doing good? That's really the only one I'm looking for. Noah Riley and Reason's doing pretty good. I'll say that. To Shark, bro. Josh Pod, okay. Pico. Ooh. Or Vic, whatever. Malabuka. Ooh. Thomas HD. Just a game. I don't know. Dude, Shark, bro. I know Mongrel, like, Savage didn't qual like that. I know that. Sucks, but this is Brazil. Middle East. What? In A Central. Live. Teams remaining. See how it goes with the final game in 1 minute.
They got 12th place, so not the best placement, but picked up 8 eliminations, which is their most eliminations so far throughout the day in a single game. So super cool to see. Really liked the high ground play from them, by the way, because as you can see, the elevation changes that were kind of happening over here amongst the natural terrain allowed it so an overdrive grenade combined with a mist actually allowed them to float up to like perfect height to take the fight up there. So super cool to kind of see them make a good play like that. I think ultimately another team ended up getting the best of them. Yeah, that was Ritual and Adris who went up. And Sarah Kelly, we kind of talked about it. These fights that keep happening up in the sky, it's so wild to me. Is there no other better play to make in those scenarios?
Yeah, what was it? Ritual launched up in the air, and then Peter followed up launching in the air as well to shoot Rituals, but then Agers followed Peterbot and shot him instead. And you gotta wonder just how distracted everyone is that there's just two different duos floating up in the air having their own Dragon Ball Z fight, and no one else is looking up towards them. But 5 games, one more for day 1, Zeke, and it's just so much has already happened.
I know, Kelly, this is it. Okay, this is the final opportunity for these duos to cement their day 1 performance, because they're gonna have to look to pick up the pieces that they've laid out tomorrow, right? And bring whatever they've learned into tomorrow's 6 games and fight for either spots going to Dusseldorf and the Summit, or an Axe of Champions and a title, right? Like, this is so crazy. One last game today before we say goodbye. Casters, for the last time, take it away.
Honestly, Monster, I feel like we're just sitting down for game 1, starting the day, and we're in game number 6. The last chance that these duos have for today to try to get as many points and close that gap as possible.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have had another coffee before this all started. I really didn't need it. The competition is that good right now with Cold and Rapid in such a monstrous lead. Let's just see if they can hold on to it.
It might be too early to start making a little prediction. Who's landing on who's ready to take it by force. But this is game 6, and honestly, where you stand at the end of today, you're going to have to go elimination crazy tomorrow. You're going to have to get consistent top placings if you do want to win this competition, as Jack and NPen do fly down at their drop spot uncontested this time around. They got to watch out for the mountain ranges with Cole and Madden, Acorn and Bolt, and even Frigid Fortress where Osin and Scare land. But for now, it does look like they're going to have a good early game.
Still can't believe Paper's trying to 50-50 this weapon here, considering he fell off
got one
before,
kill.
but this time he does win the exchange there. He is up 1. He's got full control here. Other fights happening in the feed. Seems like a little bit of a mix-up. Saw Ritual take down Raven. Wonder if that's because he put boots on the ground first and took him out the sky. We'll end up getting some updates there shortly. Jumping in with Cold and Rapid, though. I mean, Jacob, talk to me, dude. What do you think needs to happen in order for the Kings of Dark Dominion to fall?
Honestly, they just need to have a game that is unlike any other. Their worst game today is in 8th place with 5 eliminations. So it's going to be hard to topple over a team like this. You see Max, you see Moppings. No, I know by looking at this point of view, you'd think they're going to run into each other, but Max and Moppings are underneath in those little turbines just trying to loot. It's a little bit of a split drop. Cold and Rapid don't typically go underneath there. So it does look like both of those teams, you know, I'm doing air quotes here, uncontested in this game. Nothing too much to worry about. Visuals and Braids, we've seen them at the start of some of these games so far. They don't really stray away from their plan. They are in the center of the zone. They just got to hope that they get the good loot, because they don't normally go and scoop loot up else from anywhere else.
Just take me way back to that like Cammy Seti day where they were landing kind of split mountains and having full control of the center zone. No problems with rotates, but give us a second here. Peterbot, Boyo doing what they need to do, finding an early elimination, rotating out. This is almost looking like a repeat performance of game 3 and 4, where they wanted to play hyper aggressive to start making up for points. And it has seemed to pay off for them for the most part, right? Like, all they're missing is kind of closing things out and making some big end game performance for positioning points, but the elims are definitely there.
What I missed, bro? What did I miss?
Acorn and Bolts. This is one of those drops where you don't necessarily get contested if you're Acorn and Bolts, because it usually narrows down to just kind of like 2 separate 50-50s on top of the mountain for those chests, where Acorn and Bolts usually, more times than not, have beaten out teams like Peterbot and Poyo to kind of head and claim this drop as their own, which kind of means they're safe for the early portions of this game. 20, not so much. Neko's already down, so the world is literally on his shoulders for the last game of today. But luckily for him, there's still so many other teams right by him battling it out. It's going to allow him to disengage for free.
Yeah, he gets saved by Bucky and Zen, who just come in and then get crashed on. They thought they were going to set up the big alert, but it seems like they were spotted out. Meanwhile, Listen and Aloe seem to have been fragmented apart as well. Well, he's forced to play by himself, so Quite the messy start for all 4 of these teams or so. Meanwhile, Braids, though, falls here. It's all up to Visuals.
Ooh.
Big problem here. It's Magma and G Monster who come crashing the party here. Visuals, though, gets collapsed on. It's not looking good. G Monster's in the box. Visual forced to back off, and I don't think he's going to be able to get away, but G Monster fails. A little edit there. This gives him some time. Visual gets a little heal off, and this is so close. Just like that. Second place is down.
Wow, second place is down?
They were safe on the mountain here, and it's just all over. Now
Wait.
they thought they were
Oh, that was okay. They were
They are
big
in
place
second
up.
place,
So they're
like you said,
38.
311 points. Third place is Acorn and
Oh,
Bolts
Paper gets down.
at
Gets revived.
275. So a little bit of a cushion. You got to imagine they're going to fall from that second place spot. But
Pushing
how
Higgs,
high
good place.
do they stay on the leaderboard after this game is said and done? Is what really going to matter. Start bot reviewing a little bit early as Peterbot Boyle continues their rampage, returning back to Squibbly Shores or Mafia and the Tick. This is where they went to try to get that reboot off. Maybe they're going to pick somewhere better because they just get eliminated yet again. The Tick is literally going to be left by himself. Not sure exactly where he's at, but he has to be close by because the reboot just went off.
Nice little pickups there, but you know what? Last game they did this too, and they still found themselves not exactly in a position to, you know, outpace the general surge damage. So these elims are just coming across as super quick, but it will come down to can they pick apart other teams, and the rotates there as far as positioning is. But Curvin, Veno back into the mix here, back in the action. Last game was generally decent one. This looks like
nice.
a little deja vus. They take down Chance and Tyler once again here. When we tuned in like Zone 4, they had 6 elims. We'll see what they end up doing this game.
Yeah, really just taking quick advantage of the teams that are contested on the south side of Battlewood, whether it's just damage or full-on eliminations just like that. They have their game plan set and ready to go. Acorn and Bolt, similar for them. This time around, you see them get off of the mountain right away. They have a feeling the zone is not going to pull over in that direction, so they want to get one of these priority positions over towards Painted Palms. A little bit of a mountain. They go ahead and replenish some of those builds, brick and metal, and they're going to sit Bolts up top, and he's going to be the primary source for their surge.
Got the split once again from Higgs and Clicks here. This time, not opting to sit right on top of the wonky land. They want to be a bit dynamic here. So the mountains, this bush here, it is. Creon and Dragon there, based up in the distance. Clicks might find some tags here shortly.
Like sitting in a bush while Higgs is way up there.
One of them in the bush. He knows Higgs is going to be able to watch his back. Got to make sure Clicks doesn't get lurked on for free, and vice versa. Trying to threaten Fear. Riptide, uncontested. They've been able to get the Mythic more times than not.
I hate how they don't actually show like if they're in storm or not when they're at the camera.
That top 13 spot. About 114 points away from first place as well. So one good game here to close out the day for a good chunk of the teams. Possibly bounce him into first place as Bucky does go down. Blake and Preston are able to get both of those eliminations and even a third on top.
It's a very nice set of points right there. Keeping them in the conversation so far. Again, there's still
the little things
teams
just sitting there waving at them.
Top 13 to make it to land. Jacob, you want to take a glance at what's the threshold, just so we can continue to kind of bake that into the story here, because I know we're looking at obviously who's in the championship race, but remember, there's so much more on the line for this first majors.
Yeah, right now it's at 158 points, and that's being held by Slepsy and Wages, barring any eliminations early on in this game, of course. And it just goes to show how close it is, because below them, Scare and Osid, 156. Tyler and Chance, Jargo and Carillion tied at 150. H-Cube and Encrypted at 138. Literally, one elim separates so many teams from the next placement point. A couple of actual placement points throughout the course of this game could really change the role.
Wow,
Last time we saw Threats and Veer, they're looking like clean rotations through the zone, but they get spotted out by Curve and Veno, and in an instant they go down.
And they were in 7th coming into this game, so that's going to open things up for sure for everyone else below them. Madden, Cole here are one of those teams inside the top 10 that are just trailing behind them. It's quite the jump, too, from 8th and 9th. It's a 20-point jump to get to Threats and Veer, who was at 220 points there. So you can see that because they fall, this standings in general is going to become more and more condensed towards the bottom. Boya Peterbot, though, continue the aggression. We've seen them actually fight this team before and come out successful. They just seem to be essentially picking apart these same duos in their vicinity, and this is how they're earning all these points here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's planned or not, but kind of like what you're saying, just one elim, let the reboot go down, clean the elim up again. Only 3 so far. 2 of the elims are on one of the same players. Then he's able to get Skinny Cat, someone they eliminated in an earlier game. But all of that was going down. Guess what I saw on the feed? This here, Veno with a double elimination. The shockwaves and the fizz. And the interesting thing about that is you don't necessarily get the audio visuals. So he is just sneaking on players left and right.
This is how they're doing it. This is how they're basically the most successful early game team I think we've tuned in with on this entire tournament. They could just clean up their end games, get a little bit of luck on the zones, maybe some positioning. They'll be up at the top. So tomorrow could be a day of adjustment for them, and we could very well see a Veno curve comeback. Mod Sphinx were in that same conversation for quite some time, but again, just coming up short, finding themselves being picked apart, I think, by Peterbot and Boya on that last game there, as they fell at 23rd in the previous one, and then 8th last round with only 2 elims. So either way, they did manage to clutch up, even though they were taken out a little bit earlier.
Sometimes just being patient, not making a rush to decide any decisions. Just kind of having a calm, cool, collected demeanor. It's very, very similar here to Cold and Rapid. You can see it tops this total shock and damage of everybody else in this game. Just goes to show that Cold, man, it's just, the rumors are true. Doesn't have to play. Honestly, just the grind that he's put in the past couple years alone is paying off. He's a prime-time player here. One team's going to be in their path towards the south. Even though they have to rotate in towards the east, they do have the shockwaves, they have the fizz.
You've been streaming a little while.
A good chunk of distance in no time at all.
This little did they know there was a team rotating right below them there, so a little bit of a missed opportunity for them. Meanwhile, Cooper and Reet have this crazy looking base. I was going to try to describe it, but I don't know what to say. It's just set up for obviously some tags fishing here.
Most of the games when the zone did pull towards the south, or even the western side, where we went over towards Wonky Land to the mountains, Reed and Cooper kind of made it a priority to rotate rather early on, but this time around, they do got Latte landing. If they do need it, they have the launch pad right behind them as well, but they're there just on the edge of zone. They can easily climb back down, shockwave off, try to close distance that way, depending on where the next zone pulls, so it's not going to be too many difficult decisions for them to come up with as the game continues to move on. Aviv and King, though, all the way on the south towards New Sanctuary. 2 eliminations so far, and this is one of the first times we're seeing them really stray far away from Sus Studios to try to pick up early damage.
Those are some huge elims. This is going to put them right in contention for the top 13. Nice. We're at 144 now. Elims are just the best way, really, to go ahead and make sure you're on pace to qual. Acorn and Bolts, though, they're trying to fight for first. Targeting down Osid. Scared down low. You see up top, Bolts has clutched 78 points as a solo, the most of all players here today. Just really showing you why Bolts is one of the better fraggers out there. His ability to perform clearly has been shown here this weekend so far.
Full threat.
They've been able to get at least 1 win so far. Kind of woke up from that slumber. Veno and Curve getting aggressive. This is first place thereafter. Oh. They got the Elim onto Cold. Rapid's now by himself, stuck in a tough spot, trying to get out. Use the porta potty. King and Aviv in there are as well. They're just trying to get out, and now Curve and Veno have to make that decision. Do we go along with them? It does look like that answer is going to be yes, but luckily for them, King Aviv, they've already rotated on out. 2,000 damage almost above
Wow.
the threshold. Veno and Curve realize the situation that they're in, Monster, taking a page out of Peterbot's playbook, saying, hey, if we have any hope of winning this tournament, it's going to be by eliminations and coming back.
The best part about that is Veno and Queasy quite literally set that trend, right? They were the first villains we've ever had in the Fortnite lore. Veno's at 7 eliminations total right here alongside Curve. This is just some exceptional performance right now. And again, it just makes you wonder. They have been the most successful early game duo that we have seen when it comes down to just the way they've managed to ambush duo after duo. It is just a matter of finding placement points in the end game for them.
I'm feeling a big Veno game here. I'm feeling a big
Storm
Veno
Surge
game
activated.
here. Gold pistol, mythic
Oh,
iron
that's
pump.
not
This
good.
dude is going to turn, look at people, and they are going to go out like a light. So I'm eager to see how he continues to perform. If he does make it into the next portion of the game, max pull though for Peterbot, Poyo, and a few others. Much better off though in this game than they have in previous games in terms of that Storm Surge. Almost 800 above the threshold. Kind of doing something similar to Curve and Veno, looking around for those eliminations. They've been able to close the fights down pretty quick, not extending them to where they're trading damage back and forth. They just got to worry about this rotation here. We're kind of seeing the other side, exactly that. Rapid by himself. And honestly, any points here from Rapid are huge. He just needs to get inside of the top 25.
Gotta give himself a little bit of cushion to work with here. Now, remember, Visuals and Braids is down as well in second place. So first and second go down. This is the perfect scenario for an Acorn and Bolts to have an opportunity to kind of solidify a lead going into day 2. And Acorn has not been someone who has often had successful day 1s. He usually comes back stronger day 2. And although he's won Major 1 for the last 3 years consecutively, it has not been easy performances, no easy walk away, no runaway performances. It has come down to strong day 2 kind of cleanups in his performance. So this is by far the best we've seen so far. Just keep that in mind as you watch this game go down. So if Rapid can manage to clutch up, the rest of this entire tournament is in trouble, right? Now, if he falls early, as he probably should, everyone's got a chance.
Yeah, if I'm Rapid, I'm aiming for top 12, top 10. That's a good chunk of the placement points. Almost half. We're in the top 8, you get those, but he gets spotted out. You can see he's running low on materials. He uses the shockwave to trying to get away, and he's going further outside of the zone to try to hope there's less and less people in this pathward inward. 89 above the damage threshold. A couple shots are going to connect there in that instant, but you can see he's just trying to return back to some of these boxes, maybe even break his way in to try to find any scraps left behind, but he's just waiting for the zone actually forces him to move in. That's where he's going to dig in the pocket and try to pull out those shockwaves.
He's getting a couple tags there while he's at it. Meanwhile, Muzz and Sphinx healing just outside the box of Peterbot and Boyo. They're trying to see if Muzz is going to make a mistake and weaken that wall with an edit. That's all it's going to take for them to break right in. They say, nah, screw it. We're going to go on and break in ourselves. Meanwhile, Ritual takes down Blake and Preston here. The little side angle. And Agers and Rituals are very much in the race right now. This is going to be a team that we're going to have to be talking about here shortly. If they go for high ground, if they go for a win. Rapid, you see him on the side of our screen just flying across now. And everyone here in this back corner, Jacob, is in a world of trouble.
Yeah, they barely got above that damage threshold for Muzz and Sphinx, because that would have been Muzz going down. He had 24 HP. One strike takes him out of this game, but luckily for him, the Chug Jug's there. Poyo's down, Veno's down, Rapid's still alive, and for Rapid, with how things have been looking, this is a huge blessing with a bunch of our juggernauts being left as solos.
Curve, that's it. That's all that's left to kind of play this one out. Placement points hasn't even been given out, mind you. Peterbot's also solo here. So everyone that has this blessed opportunity to try to close the gap is now left as solos. Sphinx in the same position as well. 66 below. He's taking damage in your bottom right. Peterbot's just lurking here, waiting for a chance. Everyone here just wants position, mind you.
Just to simply get in the zone. 3 different solos.
Hopefully.
And the world of difference that they're all going through is Sphinx literally has 2 HP trying to find his way out. Curve finds another elimination.
Got knocked by Curve.
That's an elimination onto Higgs.
Oh my God.
Not sure if Clicks is still left alive. Didn't necessarily see a knock there, but another big name being put on the back foot here. Even Sphinx barely surviving. I'm not even sure how he's not been looked at once.
Clix
barely
still
just 2
alive,
HP. Clix is in fact still alive. So another big name left as solos here. Luckily for all three on screen, all of them are going to be above the damage threshold. Even more so as Peterbot finds another elimination.
This is crazy right now. Peterbot's putting up the clutch here that he needed for the tournament. There goes the big shockwave to get him into the zone. He's just going to take the most advantage of having that max stamina. And there he goes. Changes layers now. He's in a strong position. Meanwhile, Sphinx is still at 2 HP. He is slowly earning placement points, though, here.
Sphinx is 2 health. Oh, my God.
These are some of his old builds here. He's going to still continue to go around the outskirts. Bringing focus back to the left, though.
Clix on height.
I mean, this is insane
to
kind of watch play out right now. Everyone here, although they are solo, are playing exceptionally well. Curves on the heels of Clix, though. Clix barely manages to get away there.
Yeah, you can see right now in terms of curve, he's really just
out
of builds entirely. 0 left, gets spotted out on the other edge, can't build to protect himself, so he scrambles around until he's finally taken down. That's a big elim by Peterbot there. You said it yourself, 266 points, single-handedly trying to put the team and the game on his back, close the gap. Coming into tomorrow, Clix trying to do the same thing, but it's a diminished in hobby. We talk about solos here in this game. We finally had a duo emerge as the high ground team.
Ooh, Peterbot's gonna die.
This as well. Couple builds, but QK Contrap got him cornered. Meanwhile, Agers and Ritual finally start finding more eliminations. They're one of the stronger duos still alive in the low ground right now. They find a refresher, and Clix here, although he's got no eliminations, that's been the problem with Clix and Higgs. They've gotten the placement points, but they need the elims. And what more can you ask for from Clix right now as he's almost inside the top 10. He runs into a full duo. He has to back off. Monster shot there, though, just to kind of keep pressure on these opponents, but he's got to be careful. He still has no builds. And there's another duo there. It's Acorn and Bolts just waiting to pick them up. And they secure an elim. Up to second place. Acorn and Bolts go now as they are inside the top 3.
Yep, now they should be able to secure a win. Who knows? We might be able to see them at first when the day is over. Peak finds a big shot. Agers goes down, though. You see Ritual scrambling around. Even with 3 builds left, he's trying to be calculated about how he uses his materials. Big shot going to be supplied. I'm not even sure why Dozier went back, but he's going to regret that one as Ritual picks up a big elim. Even more so, the Siphon keeping him alive. Runs into HQ on the other side. Ritual is going off right now, picking up another couple of eliminations.
Ritual's going
just
crazy.
A second. Down he goes at 7th place. It's Reet who's here to meet everyone with the shotgun shot. Now it's Reet's turn. Down goes Contrap. Down goes QK here shortly. Can he get the shot? No, he doesn't. And he falls just in the top 5. Meanwhile, Bolts is still alive here, clutching up replacement points. Just doing it big here. Everyone you expect to perform is doing it here and now.
Now 2 solos left alive, 2 duos. I'm up and Salt. They're taking the charge down below, but they're also taking the focus from that team up above. Bolt's trying to hide the audio visuals, realizing no builds left, can't continue to protect himself. Mythic 1 pump away, but he goes down, not able to get the max 200. So that leaves Hyman up, another player as a solo. Salt's going down. Aminis and Javier firing up from above, trying to burn through those materials. Enough does go down. They don't even know where this last player's at, but he's up above trying to catch him off guard. That's QK. There is a moment here, Monster. He gets almost a minute.
Oh my gosh.
There it goes. The knock is cleaned up. QK! QK! Oh my God! I've never witnessed that in one of the biggest lobbies of our time.
197 points now. He might have just did enough after this weekend is over to send himself to LAN. That is the type of performance we want to see here on the final stage, Zeke.
That was...
Yeah, no, Zeke,
that
that's
was insane. No, Kelly, hold on.
Sorry.
That was insane. First off, Jacob PR, MDF,
No,
thank you
no.
guys so much. Fantastic to the cast. Oh my gosh. QK, first off, can we just say that was the game of solos? Every duo was just a solo, right? Like all these high profile duos, and even in this situation, QK with Khan gets put in a solo situation and 1v2s for the VR, and Kelly and gets 8 elims when it matters. That's crazy.
That's
to
great.
go from our last chance qualifier to getting the final victory royale of day one definitely is setting QK and Khan up for an interesting storyline. And there was a moment we could even hear the caster saying, I don't even know where this other solo player is. I thought it was a 2v2. It was Javi and Aminish versus Sol and I Am Enough. We don't have to worry about this fifth player. But no, Vivid, you do have to worry because it's Fortnite. And if there's anything you can predict, it's the unpredictable. So big shout outs to QK and Khan.
Yeah, QK just coming out from
Dang,
nowhere. We
bro.
actually saw him pick up the elimination in the storm. So he must have been healing out there before he made the return to the zone. MDF kind of caught it out. QK, after his incredible solo clutch, was able to pick them up enough points to put them on 197. I can tell you right now, going into that game, they had a total point count of 100. So they basically doubled their points based on that solo performance right there. Doubled.
I'm telling you, one game, a single game can change absolutely everything for these players.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations again, QK Khan. VR game number 6. Okay. This was it. So first off, we have wrapped up the 6 games for today. So before we take a look at the standings, again, I just want to remind you, we have 6 more games tomorrow. So this day was all about cementing a lead, coming in, making a statement, and making sure you have enough points that when you start tomorrow in those 6 games, you have what you need. You have enough gas in the tank to get you over to the finish line to either qualify being in top 13 to the summit or look to hold the active champions high. I've gotten word standings are crazy. That being said, I guess let's go ahead, take a look and see what these look like as we prepare for tomorrow's
Clayton Hicks, Devin.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Acorn and Bolts
I
first
guess let's
place.
just start top to bottom. We'll start top
It was
to
close,
bottom.
1 point off.
Acorn and Bolts have suddenly moved in to first place off of Bolts solo, a 4th place, 4 elims. Kelly, how?
I mean, it's Acorn and Bolts. That's how. Of course, it is Acorn and Cold in first and second place with a single point separating them, Vivid. My gosh. But that's also not even to consider just how close everyone in our top 4 is. That is just 28 points separating first from 4th place.
Incredible run here. You know, I can't lie. Acorn and Bullets, they've had, I would consider kind of like a quiet day. Like I don't think anything kind of crazy has happened. I mean, they won game number 4, but you know, it's not like they like popped off like huge amount of eliminations. Bolts has had a couple of solo clutches where he's picked up like, you know, just a couple of eliminations to kind of keep it going. But I would honestly say that it's felt kind of quiet. Like we've been highlighting these other teams who have had pop-off performances, pop-off wins. You blink and you miss it. The guys are at the top of the leaderboard somehow. I mean, yeah, it's close up there, but incredible to kind of see them sneak their way up there, in my opinion.
1 point. A single point! Of course. Cold and Rapid, 1 point behind. Now, again, so this is something we talk about, like, and we kind of sprinkle it in here and there, but like, you can't make mistakes at this stage, right? You make a mistake, that allows everyone else in the lobby to make a move. To kind of like say, hey, you're out of the way. Sick. Let's push harder. For Acorn and Rapid, they fell 26th with 1 elim in that game, right? And think about how far ahead they were. And now, because of that mistake, Acorn and Bolts are at 1 point ahead of us. It took one game for that to kind of like fall apart, Kelly.
Yeah, it's wild just how much our narrative can shift with a single game, with a single elimination. And I mean, right now, if we're talking about single movements, I do have to look at the threshold right now, reminding everyone we are looking at the top 13 to make it in Dusseldorf. And that is QK and Khan right now, currently sitting in 13th place. So that win, if this was just a one-day tournament, that last game would literally be the deciding factor on if they're going on an international trip to compete in a LAN. So I love it. That is what this is all about, Vivid. It is about these crazy games
Acorn
that
and
can
Bolts
completely
winning.
shift the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, we run everything back tomorrow and everything pans out the way exactly as it did today. Hey, UK Con, they're going to the summit. So an incredible performance. And UK's like, man, I gotta do that again tomorrow to qualify. Are you kidding me? Poor guy's sweating over there. He's like, wow, that was incredible. We need a reaction to that, by the way, on socials. I'm expecting to see it.
Oh man, yeah, that's the thing, right? Viv is like, we've got another 6 games tomorrow, right? And it may not even be, hey, I need to run that back. It's I might need to do just like the very best I can to make sure that I'm just enough ahead of the other team that I can stay in that contention, right? I want to just bring up the leaderboard just one more time, and obviously, like, we have a show tomorrow. We're gonna break all this down. We're gonna take some time to look at everything to prepare a show for you guys tomorrow, but. Just look at this. Even in third place, Agers and Ritual, right? Look at that top 3. It's only 8 points separating first and third. And even if you kind of continue down the leaderboard, right? Like Clicks and Higgs versus Peterbot and Poyo, they're separated by 6 points. I mean, guys, so much can still happen. And as Game 6 just showed us, one game can flip everything on its head. I would love to sit here and break all this down and just start the next 6 games, okay? But that's a tomorrow thing. So for now, we're just gonna wait. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll break some of this down. Before we say goodbye, Kelly, Vivid, would you like to say anything to prepare the Fortnite fan for tomorrow?
Grab your popcorn and some slurp juice because you're not gonna want to leave your seats once those 6 games start.
First 6 games they delivered. I feel like it only gets better. Game 2 on NA always goes crazy because I can almost guarantee we'll go into game 12 and there'll be like a 4-point difference between like 8 teams. And be like, oh, okay, who's gonna win? I don't know. This is gonna be entertaining. So yeah, definitely grab some popcorn, grab some slurpers, a beer to bar because NA.
What?
Y'all, thank you for
what the heck
watching,
happened?
for cheering, for being part of this. It's so much fun getting to hang out with y'all and just watch incredible Fortnite to the players. Thank y'all as well. Till tomorrow, don't forget, actually, EU is before us. They also have 20 spots going to Dusseldorf. We need to see.
That's crazy.
They also need to head out of Axe of Champions just like we do. And of course, after tomorrow, we're gonna have a more complete picture.
That is crazy. I might as well just
over to Dusseldorf. Oh my gosh.
Mute that. Holy crap. A lot happened today. Especially with Clicks and Higgs getting 2 wins back to back. That is crazy. Wow. I'll probably be live tomorrow. I am gonna end it though. I'll probably be live tomorrow watching the same thing. I might watch EU. I don't fully know yet, but I might start doing stuff like this. Watching cash caps and all the stuff like that. I might start doing it like this. Yeah, not a bad stream. I might stream, probably gonna stream tomorrow with the Crayons to see who wins to be crowned the FNCS champion of chapter, what season are we on? Chapter 7, season 2. I think we're on season 2. Season 1 or 2? We're on 2. Okay. Yeah. W stream. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Don't know what time. I don't know. I'll have to see. I think ENA starts at 4. I'll probably not watch EU. Yeah. W stream. End it here, and I'll see you all